happening. A well-organized lie. A well-organized lie. Defeats a disorganized truth every time. Who we?
A pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling. Who do you believe in? People bringing misinformation when that information ain't disinformation. That's disinformation. Gotta know the difference in information. Get information with the pseudo killer army hunting pseudo. Cause you gotta train your mind to fight against them pseudo judo. People with the scholarship salute, we give them kudos. But the people with that look of shit, we look and see straight through those like telescope. If you ain't speaking fast, we gotta tell them folks and let them know the truth of. You bringing malinformation to blast, then you the Ku Klux. Like say, don't talk me to death, bro, what the proof of? Good juju chillin', why you wanna go way bad juju up? Shalom boy got the tank in the cut. I'm in Sosa world plotting on the kick though with Kent. Come in Tiffany gave me the pseudo names on the list and said went and got the low. Anthony got him in the scope, Gullah and Gozy make sure DNA ain't a problem for them folks. Cause a pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey.
We're not attacking individuals. We're attacking the information and attacking the methodology. This is a long time coming right here. Let them know that we right there, running neck and neck with all other communities. We will not be left behind.
Black African power. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth. Every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. I'm a proud African-American, man. Look, I got a guest, right? Bring him on. Call himself Cater, the Chief. Kamara. Old friend of mine. He want to have a conversation. We'll have a conversation before the show gets started, right? Make sure y'all like and subscribe to his channel, right? The brother always treated me good, though. Always put me in the forefront. Gave me an award, all that. He always been on my side, no matter what. What's up, Chief? How you doing, man?
My brother, long time. How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. What's your channel so they can go there and check you out? What you got going?
No, it's Sankore African Society. And I got a promotion. I'm no longer chief. I'm Mansa K. I'm the first crown Mansa that was born here in America by the Mali and Mandinka tradition. So it's Mansa K now.
All right, there you go.
I got the big draws, man. Big draws. All right. Hey, man, why you don't play my song, The Goddamn White Man? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that. You tripping. God, send it to me again. We don't share them same views. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is it? Right. So listen, and listen, you know, I ain't even. You know what? I didn't even meet. I ain't meeting Gozy through you or vice versa. You was in Atlanta, and you realize that the goals he was on the Raw squad. Ain't that how it went? And he knew
No,
you.
I heard Ngozi cussing out. I think it was he cussing out somebody. And he said on Vice Lord. That's how I
Uh,
shot my Lord too. So then you introduced it. That
oh,
was
okay,
damn near
okay.
15, that's about 15, 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's how that went.
Like, I met you back in 2006 or
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6, something like that. We met. Yeah,
Yeah,
we go way back in
all
the
the way
day.
back, yo. Hmm.
And usually
Yeah,
Walt
you
was
bring me in
young.
to speak. Bring me in to speak all kind of shit. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Crazy.
we got together and worked at the Vice Lords and Crips feed the homeless,
Oh
all that
yeah,
good
we
stuff.
sure did. Then we got the gangs of guys. I remember that. We had to do that again, yo. We sure did. Me and Yanga. Yeah, boy, the man got the
Yeah, yeah,
got the. Do we got the footage of that, yo? When we sit and talk to the gangs, yo, was rocking.
yeah.
Do we got that footage?
Minister Minister Eric Muhammad got it bad at me. So
Are you
getting
beefing
mad
with
at
him?
me. Oh no, we had that debate on Sunday TV, and he's mad. He ain't talking to me since, man. He said he
Why
my
you didn't
friend
get
no
the
more for that
footage from
debate.
him? Why you didn't get the footage from him first? Man, you don't know how to do it. God damn.
But I kept asking him to get it. But yeah,
Oh
man, I know
man,
you got your show to go on, but this whole thing with this
what you got?
FBA foolishness, this
Yeah, I don't
FBA
agree with that.
foolishness, this
I don't agree with that.
Tariq Nasheed, and I say no black man, no African can be an American, not possible.
Oh yeah,
As
you.
Malcolm said, we one of the 43 million victims of America and Americanism. Brother Malcolm X said, "You go to if I you invite me to dinner and I don't get a plate, dinner, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there." So we back at this whole 400 years, still mistreated, still shot down, still second class citizens in so nation with mass incarceration. There are more black men in prison, on parole, on probation than was in 1850 on the height of slavery. So we still facing modern day, which is the prison industrial complex. So we're not Americans. We're victims of America. It's not an American dream. It's an American nightmare. And Malcolm, his enemy, came through me because this is the assassination of his death, which is what 50, 60 years ago. So
His
again,
birthday today,
we're
ain't it?
not. No,
Well,
no,
he died today. What was it?
yeah,
He
it
did
was
he die?
assassinated February
Assassinated.
21st. Yeah, 1965 at the Audubon Ballroom. He was
Mm,
assassinated. Louis
mm,
Farrakhan had something to do with it. You
mm.
know, Farrakhan was involved in it.
You
So,
wow.
so we oh,
There you go.
definitely has something to do with it.
Mm.
He was at the Newark Mosque, uh, waiting for the news to come back that he was assassinated. And after he's assassinated, he got there, made a smart comeback, and said, "Now that things are back to normal, we shall proceed." No empathy for his brother. I mean, nothing. I don't care how could you be a brother of a man and then celebrate his death and he didn't do nothing to you.
Well, that's
Spoke
that
to him, wife,
Muslim business for you. That's that Muslim
yeah,
business.
yeah, white,
That's your business. Ain't you a
yeah,
Muslim
white.
chief? Ain't you a Muslim?
Brother,
Well,
you
you
know I'm
stop.
African, man. I'm African. You don't understand that. I'm African. You know what I am. See, why you always trying to? I'm an African.
Let me
I'm
ask
race
you this,
first.
man. Let me ask you this, bro. Why
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
always trying to not? Why you think you can't be an African American? Yo, you tripping? I don't agree with you on that. I'm a proud African American, yo. You know what I'm saying? America don't
You
make
don't.
me. I make America, yo. You hear me? I'm gonna say this again. I'm saying I make America. America don't make me, bro. I'm gonna take advantage of everything I can take advantage of, yo, because I can. Not to mention that we know we old. That ain't even the thing. But I'm looking at it from if it's there to get. Everybody put their pants on the same way we do, bro. I'm not gonna sit back and act like that ain't a reality, bro. So whatever it is, right, I'm gonna push through it and make it better for the next generation. What say you? I know you don't agree with that, but what say you, Chief?
Well, I don't call myself what my slave master called his son. You on a big plantation, and you don't let master dictate what to call you. Master said we Americans, so we American. Master said it, so no. You are African, who is
Oh,
who is the victim of America. African was robbed of his name, language, religion, God, folk, way, mores, and norm, given the identity of a sadistic devil. And now we run around here calling ourselves American. No, we fought in every world war. No, we don't fight. We don't fight. We should never fight for our slave masters. They sick black people and their enemies. And like the good attack dog, we went. So that's something to be proud of. Like I said, we cannot be, American, brother. It's not possible. It's an
Yeah, well,
insult to our ancestors.
you sound like you in the 50s with that speech right there, bro. Yeah, and the youngers
Well,
ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear
well,
that. You got to
because the
bring that
young
to the
was
space.
okay.
We space age Africans, yo. You in the 50s right now, yo. You gotta relax that, yo.
Well,
I hear it was a
ain't nothing
place for
about
that.
the
It was a
50s.
place for that.
Ain't
Word,
nothing about
yo.
no 50s.
I'm
It's
telling
what's
you, bro.
necessary. It's the truth. It's the
Yeah,
truth.
I agree. Back then, yo, I agree. But I don't like to take away from the accomplishments, right? It seemed like you act like, we ain't pushed forward. I don't like that. I don't like when
No,
people
no,
make
no
the
one said.
assertion that we have not pushed forward, we have not changed things. That I'm saying, we ain't did everything. There's a lot to fight for, yo. There's a whole lot to fight for. But I'm saying now we got better tools, and we just I'm saying we can continue to push forward, yo. I ain't saying we there. Hell, humanity ain't there, but for sure African Americans ain't there, right? But there's a lot of reflection that we do on self these days. We look at ourselves and we figure out what it was, right, that allowed us to get in that situation, yo, and we tackle it, bro. That's what the youngest is doing these days. They ain't sitting back. They know their history, right? They recognize where they came from. They recognize the struggle, right? They love Malcolm and all that. They understand indigenous Africans, yo. We different, yo. We African Americans, yo. We get it now. We take advantage of what we know, yo, and learn what we don't. But go ahead, Chief. Oh, your phone, your technology,
Africa.
your technology
Can you hear
killing
me
you.
now?
I mean,
Can you
we
hear me
not in
now?
Africa. Yeah, we not in Africa. We in
Well,
America.
well, you hear what Massa and there's an African
Well,
proverb that
who?
says
Well, who?
you hear what Massa. That's what you hear with on
Yeah,
Massa's land. You're on a
you wild
plantation.
out.
That's what you own. You're on a plantation. So
Mm,
here's the thing I'm saying.
what you saying?
African proverb says, "What a sitting elder could see, a youth standing from the tallest mountain will never see." So don't tell me what young people are doing, because young people need the wisdom of the elders, and it's an insult to our ancestors who suffered, who was raped and murdered. You know what I'm saying? To call yourself what your slave master called yourself, to call yourself what your tormentor called himself, to call yourself what a sadistic, psychopathic, narcissistic, evil, demonic devil calls itself. That is
Uh,
the most foolish, asinine thing I've ever heard in my whole life. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you
So
wild out.
if we so damn creative, making all these damn rap songs, and you can flow to go, call yourself something different than what your slave master called himself. That's not diminishing that's not diminishing the accomplishment we achieved in America. We so creative. What you want to do with white folks? Do white folks celebrate 4th of July? We celebrate 4th of July. White folks do Thanksgiving. We do Thanksgiving. No, we have to totally, completely separate ourselves from these evil people.
Let me shout out Lamar Pope, man, in the pseudo killer army, man. Pure black. I see you, Thurman. What's good, man? What it do, Mr. Thurman? And you are, man. Big up the sun, moon, and stars for stopping by. Tony Tone, V Note, the most once said. I see you, Rock City, man. Hey, listen, 904 DJ, I see you, man. DZ, man, what's good, man? I see the Priest King in there, man. Yeah, let me get back to you, man. I'm saying that ain't that. Listen, African American proverb: we stand on the shoulders of the ancestors. That's an African American proverb, meaning that the shit they got wrong, yo, we gonna correct it and keep going. We ain't standing there looking them in their face. Because standing there looking in their face, then we stuck where they was stuck at. Right? We stand on their shoulders so we can see over that barrier you was talking about, bro. We don't stand there and look them in the face and make them way up here unattainable. No, we stand on their shoulders, meaning we respect the struggle they went through. We respect the fight they had to do. We respect the fact that they had to walk on the other side of the street or get shot down, right? We recognize all that. And I'm saying is, and as not to be in disrespect of the struggles and all the lives lost, yo, we take what they gave us, yo, and we push forward. See, we don't get stuck. We do not allow history to become a weight because it'll weigh you down. Chief, I think it's weighing you down, bro. You're gonna drown yourself, bro.
Let me just say this, brother.
You're gonna drown yourself, bro.
I told you I was a champ, didn't I? Let me tell you one thing. I want to say this to you. Say this to you. If you have somebody break in your house and rape your wife, rape your daughter, and they call themselves the white boys, because that's what America means, white boys, crackers. That's what it means.
Oh man!
And now they done rape your wife, rape your daughter, killed your son.
You know you can't use that word. You don't be using that word on YouTube. You gotta stop that. You gonna make me.
I can't say crack. Okay.
Yeah, no,
right.
The R word or that. That's up to you how you wanna. Yeah,
I say peckerwood.
Nah, man, why you doing all that? You doing
okay, all right. All right, I say it on my channel. But anyway,
you ain't because you. Let me show you what you doing on your channel. You ain't even getting no money off your channel. That's even worse. You talking crazy and reckless about white people and let them use your material for free. I think that's wild to me.
Well, let me finish. Let me finish. Don't try to
finish your speech then. Make that make sense though. Talk crazy about them. Use their platform and don't get no money for it. I don't get that. That ain't what we doing. But
don't. You can run, but you can't hide. Now, what I was saying to you. So they done.
I tell you, you trip. Go ahead.
They done rape your women that you found.
You can't keep saying
okay. Well, they done assaulted your women.
I got you. Go ahead.
They done unalived your unalive. I think that guy say that unalive your son and your father.
Right. Okay.
And now you calling yourself the white boys. So you can't stand on your ancestors' shoulders with someone who victimized you. We have to settle on those scores. So again, we are Africans in America. Active Africans who are the victims of America. We're not Americans. We're Africans. So we need you to be creative, there. But don't call yourself Master Jim. Call himself. We gotta burn the plantation down and cut Master Jim's head off.
Okay.
We can't call ourselves what they call it. And all you young folk, you can make all them damn raps and all that stuff, and do all that thrill music, and then got
you. All right. Okay. That's how you feel.
I got your pants hanging down and all that. Then you have to be creative to come up with something we call ourselves that keeps our African traditions intact. But we definitely can't call ourselves what these devils call race. And I'm shocked. I'm disappointed that you know better than
me. I'm a proud African American, yo.
You are African again.
I'm not a continental African.
Doesn't make
them continental African. I make a distinction, and let me say this: I make a sharp distinction there. Not a continental African.
That's not what African means.
I know what African means. It's a continent.
If a cat is one oven, does it make him a biscuit?
No, I don't know. All that was good back. That sounds like the Nation of Islam.
That's if a cat is one oven, don't make him a biscuit.
I don't know. I'm saying, I think it's important to celebrate our uniqueness. I think it's okay. Everybody do it. Continental Africans from Ghana, from Kenya, from South, from Zimbabwe, they celebrate their uniqueness, and they stand on it. See, it becomes a problem when African Americans stand on their uniqueness. So I'm gonna stand on our uniqueness while respecting other people's culture, right? And I should be able to say I'm a proud African American, I'm a proud Black American, right? And get no pushback for that. So you speak English on a regular occurrence, you don't seem to have a problem. I don't see you speaking. You're native. I don't see that.
Okay, I get it. What did I say?
Okay, but then nobody know the hell you talking about.
Right, I'm speaking it because you don't know the language. I can't speak it. I can't. I can speak. Where
you live at, Chief? Where you live at, Chief? Where you live at? Chicago? Where you at?
No, I have a house in Mali, and I have a home here in Chicago.
You live in Chicago. Okay.
I live in Mali and in Chicago.
And you married. You married. You got married. When you get married?
I got married almost 2 years ago.
All right, congratulations. Married to an
Thank
indigenous African woman. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Congratulations. All right.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, man, you ain't listen, man.
But no, you can be unique, but you ain't got to call you. You call yourself what Master Jim called himself.
No, no, man, I don't got a
You
problem with
American. You American and Master Jim American. So what's
yeah.
unique about that?
I think I think it's very unique, yo. That
You
based off of
call
all we let me say this, based off of everything we went through. At the end of the day, yo, we help build the global economy, bro. Right? Our ancestors lived and died and fought for this, bro.
and I
It
agree
is
with
what
that.
it is
Said,
at this point.
but
So listen, what
I,
I'm saying is, yo, this is the situation itself is not unique. As a matter of fact, ancient populations of human beings have went through the same thing. The Brits go through the same thing. The Franks, the Visigoths, they go through the same thing with the Roman Empire, yo. People come and go to get conquered. So getting conquered is a regular occurrence by populations, whether it's populations of humans or populations of ants. It's what you do after you get conquered. What I'm saying is, after we got conquered, we got to admit that, right? We stood up and built a unique culture called the African or Black American. They synonymous, Black American culture, yo. And it's so fire that the culture has went around the world. That the world looks to the African American to talk to them. Like this conversation we have here, yo, these types of conversations took place in America amongst African Americans, yo, and it spread, bro.
my
Everybody
dear,
want a piece of us and our thing,
but
right? They need us,
that ain't got
bro.
nothing to do with
So
you. That ain't
what
got
I'm
nothing to do with you
saying, I don't
calling
know about
yourself
that.
what.
I don't know. I'm saying
Let
that
me just say this real quick though. I'm
let
gonna
me
just say this real
finish.
quick.
We're
All right,
so
go ahead.
unique and we're so serious, bro. And our ancestors died in this country, buried, sacred burial grounds, bro. Right? I'm saying I'm not giving all that precious real estate away. You tripping right now. How
Did
you
I say
gonna
it?
how I'm gonna help make it great and then when it's great, I'm gonna give it back and run somewhere and start over again. I ain't doing that, bro. I'm not going to Africa and making
No,
none of
no,
that.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
no, I'm not
Don't,
doing it.
don't do. I thought you was gonna be some good word. Did I say that? What I
Yeah,
said
what you saying?
is you don't call yourself what your slave master to call yourself what this sadistic,
You
evil
sure?
man has done. Let me finish now.
I'm let you
What you
finish.
say, not only did you get conquered, the man done made you drop the soap, ran up in you, and made you swallow when you say that. We are not
What?
them. I said this.
That was wow.
I'm
You
saying if you
wild
said
out.
you can separate, we can still
All
have
right, let
our
me ask
company here,
let
but
me ask
we
you
ain't
this.
got to call ourselves, but Master call
Let
himself.
me ask you
That's
this.
all I'm saying. We ain't got
Okay,
to
if
call.
I
We ain't
if
got to.
I agree with you, then I gotta hold you by the same standard. Then,
Mhm.
since that's the standards you want to set, then I gotta hold you by the same standard. And indigenous Ghanaians didn't call themselves Africans at all. Matter of fact, the Roman Empire after indigenous Berber tribe, which are indigenous Africans, they called them Afrik tribe, called them Africans. That may be where the name came from. But what we do know is Europeans are the first to name the continents. Okay, all right. So that what I would actually say that you're using the name the master gave you too. If I
No,
want to
no,
play that
no,
game,
no,
but see, but
no,
I
no, no, no.
understand the rich
Let me
tradition of
count
Africa,
that.
though.
Let me
You
count.
can't
No,
counter that.
I'm
Come
gonna
on now,
count it
yo.
right now.
How? How?
Listen. I just got back from Mali. I speak the language,
Okay.
and that is in the Malian constitution.
What?
The word Africa.
I know they even wild. They're so what
No, no,
why
but not
can
before any
yo
European,
why
before
can
any
the
European.
ancient why can Mali put it in their constitution and you get mad at me for saying African American? Get out and knock it
No,
off.
I said African. You just said that the
I
white
said
man
it,
didn't name the
but they
white man didn't
did,
name
they
it
did,
African.
they
No,
did,
they did
yo.
not.
They
Because
did, bro.
Sunjata, my namesake, they called it
No.
Africa. That's in the language.
I know, yo, because they
We
got it
and we
from
have
the
the Constitution. You know about the Constitution. The Constitution, we still have it. We still
I
have
know,
it.
yo, they got it from the Romans, yo. You gotta
No, they
stop that.
didn't. No, they
They
did not get that
did,
from.
bro.
They did not
You
get that from
made
no
that up,
women.
yo. Now you done went
They did
nuts.
not get it from the Romans. I told
Come
you.
on,
Now
yeah, they did, bro.
you
King
got that
ain't
from the
make that
Romans.
name up.
Who?
King, you what you say, Molly? The people from
Mali.
Molly didn't make that name up.
Yes, they did. That's in the
No, they
language. It's in
did.
our
No,
language.
it's not.
Yes,
No,
it
no,
is.
no, no.
The word is farafi.
Mm-mm.
That yes,
I
it
freak,
is.
yo. The Afar tribe,
No,
Berb. I
I
know
didn't
what I'm
know one
talking
no
about.
far. I said that's in the Mali language, the
It
Mandinka
may be, of
language.
course, it's
That's
in the
going, going
Mandinga,
going back
but
going
it
back
got
over 800
introduced.
years before going back
No,
over 800 years before there was any white people introduced to it. Huh?
no, the Romans, bro. That do not predate the
No,
Roman Empire, bro. You tripping,
I said, but they that's in their language. That didn't come. That's not no Roman language. That's not Italian. You hear Don
man? Listen,
Corleone?
bro.
Show me
It's in
one
the
word
African.
with Don Corleone and them saying
No, you made
Africa. They
that
don't
up.
say that.
Man,
That
I
ain't
just
their
can't
language.
believe you just made that up, yo.
That's Italian. They know that's not
Somebody
an
said the
Italian language.
Constitution was in 1967. Their Constitution was 1967.
No, I didn't. I said the original Mali Empire, the Kolon
They
Foga.
ain't had a
Was that
Constitution before they had the Constitution. Yo, don't get me started. Come on,
I,
yo.
go look up the ancient Mali Constitution. Go look
No,
it
I'm
up.
not saying it's not. Listen,
I ain't talking.
bro.
I said going back to the time of Sunjata when Sunjata had won the Battle of Karina.
Right. And what's the watch
They
this? What's the
they
time period, yo? That's gonna be a
you
thousand
talking,
years later, yo. Was
they
it
ain't no
1200?
thousand
When
years
was it?
later.
When was
It's
it?
not
Come
no
on, talk
thousand.
to me.
It's about
When was it?
800 years ago. Oh, about 800 years
What is
ago.
it? Give me a date.
I said 1235. I believe it is.
Okay, bro. Do you know when the Roman, like I said, a thousand years later, you're after the Roman Empire?
They didn't have no contact with no Romans and
Man,
Mali.
you tripping. The
They
Arabs
did not
did.
have no.
The
I
Arabs
said
did.
the Arabs were not in there at that time. The Arabs didn't run nothing in Mali at that time.
They did what? Oh
Arabs,
man, you just
Arabs
said
did
a
not.
Muslim
Arabs did not
name,
come.
yo. What's the name?
Sunjata. I said Sunjata Keita.
Oh, yeah,
Sunjata,
that's
my
not no.
namesake.
That's not no.
Now later on, Kanku Muslim, his nephew, got more Islamic. Sunjata initially was not a
So
Muslim.
you saying that you know the Arab? Yo, do you know what? Come on, yo. You messing with me now, yo. Come on,
I'm
yo.
just not
Come
you
on.
caught. Again, I just said going back to 1235. Look at
Yeah,
his
come
name for
on,
the
man. Some
competition.
Muslims is there, bro. The Muslims, they didn't
There was
ramsack
no,
Egypt.
there was no,
They
no,
didn't, they didn't,
no.
they didn't
They did
already
not.
left Spain, and they
They did
already
not
in West
conquer. They
Africa.
did not. They did not conquer
I don't,
Mali.
I didn't say that.
They didn't
Listen,
conquer.
listen.
Okay, they didn't conquer Mali.
No,
And that and
no,
that wo-
no, no. I'm
and that
not
word is
saying
not an
that.
Arabic.
No,
First you said it's a
not what I'm
Roman
saying.
word. First you said the Roman word. Now you says the Arab word.
No, I
It can't
said
be
no.
both.
I didn't say that. What I said
Okay.
was, I said that the Roman province was called Afrique.
And they got that from Mali. They
No,
got
they
that from.
got that from a Berber tribe. There was a
They got
Berber
that.
tribe that
All
lived
right, but
in
that's
North
also in the
Africa.
Mali language. That's an
No,
African
and
language.
I'm trying. Come
They
on,
didn't.
man. You made that up.
Don't
You
tell me
made that
Don
up.
Corleone made that up now. Don't do it.
Mm,
Don't say that no more.
mm,
Stop it. Knock it
mm,
off. But the
mm,
but the but the bottom
mm,
line, I got you with that one. That case is dismissed with
mm.
prejudice.
Nah, we ain't doing
We're
that.
not Americans. We're victims of
Hey, race first. Get your life together, race first. Get
it. Race
together.
for race first to tell you that.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes. Go ahead, because I know you gotta go somewhere. Get it off. I'm gonna let you get it off. And
Yeah, I
then
go
say your
ahead.
channel again. Go ahead.
Yes, Sankore African Society. Once again, my dear brother, I love you. You're a sharp brother, but we are not. We cannot call ourselves what our tormentors call themselves. I didn't say nothing about everybody go to Africa, but we should separate right here in America from white people. You have a daughter, right?
Yeah, she in college, bro.
All right. Now
Both
let's
of them.
say
I want to graduate. I just got the graduation.
congratulations.
Oh Lord, yeah.
They
Yeah.
were little bitty girls last time. So you have beautiful daughters in college. Let's say they come to you and they say, Dad, I met a nice guy. I want to marry him, right?
Uh-huh.
And you get your blessing. And I always give this scenario. I know you
Mhm.
guys heard me say it over and over again. And they get married, and she comes back 3 months later with a black eye. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Huh? Hello? Huh? Hello? I don't know what happened to him.
Go ahead, yo. You got 2 more minutes.
I was asking you a question. I said, if your daughter gets a black eye from her husband that you gave your blessing to get married to, what would you do? Okay, yeah, I guess he blanked out. He ain't paying attention. But if he gave his blessings to his daughter to marry some man that abused her, he would not continue to send his daughter with that abuse. How long are you gonna keep letting white folks abuse you? How long are you gonna keep letting white folks mistreat you? We right here in America should separate from white people. Period. And how separation looks, we should gather into a community that we can control the politics. But right now, for the short time, the meantime between time, is gather in the Pacific State, and we can have a black police chief, black mayor, black National Guard. We control that state, and black district attorneys, black superintendents of schools. We can control our economics. We don't have to worry about no sister being out there and some white police officer gunning it down. That's separation. We cannot continue to be abused by white folks. White folks have murdered us and killed us for the past 400 years. We should separate. You're not American. You're a victim of America. All right. Thank you very much,
Huh. You finish. You start talking about where you at? You gone? You should be gone. What did he say? All right. Okay. I didn't hear about. I'm had to rewind and hear about the daughter thing. I ain't want to hear all that. What you say about the daughter?
Yeah,
What? What you
I
say?
said, I said, I said, your daughter was abused, but you
What?
sent her back into an abusive relationship.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
you
like all
wouldn't.
them examples, man. That's a bad example. Yeah, you tripping.
That is white people. How long white people gonna keep abusing
No,
us,
man,
bro?
they abuse you. You because you let them. A person only do to you what you let them do, bro.
So
You
you tell me
tripping.
that sister, you tell me
I'm
that sister was
saying
in her,
you.
no, no,
No,
that
I'm
sister was in her
saying you
home,
abuse.
and the
That's how
police
you
came
feel.
by, and she said they rebuked her in the name of
It's a
Jesus,
bad
and
example,
they
yo.
blew her brains out.
Bad. It's a
I,
bad
I, get-
example.
I guess you a super Negro, and they ain't gonna abuse, huh?
Why would you? I'm just saying, yo. But I mean, you anybody can get their blunt brains blown out in
All
America
right, and
with
the
a
chance
gun. So that don't got nothing to do with it.
so why are we 3 times likely to get shot or killed by the police than white people are?
Man, I don't know,
So
bro.
you think you
I don't
gonna
know.
rub your you think you
I
gonna rub
think
your arm 3 times and racism gonna disappear?
I think that your messaging is outdated.
You keep saying it's outdated, but am I
Yeah,
speaking the
it's
truth?
very, very much. No, you're not. You're
Truth is
not
not
speaking truth.
outdated. Truth can not 2 plus 2 was
No, you're
for
not. No,
two
listen,
plus
listen,
two is
listen,
for since the
listen,
beginning of time, but truth cannot be
listen,
outdated.
listen. What I'm trying to tell you. If you go to marginalized community, regardless of the color of their skin, bro, they're gonna have high incidents with running into the police, bro. Like
So
that's
why
just
white
real.
people not getting killed like black people?
That's
Why are
not
we
true,
three
yo.
times likely?
No, that's
Why the
not true.
statistics that we 3 times likely to
I
get
don't know if
killed
that's the
than a
truth.
white boy?
If it
You
is,
say it's not. I'm
right?
just saying it
No,
is.
no. Listen, it's just social economics, yo.
Ain't got nothing to do
Right?
no
It's
economics. We had
listen.
economics in the Black Wall Street. They
No,
they
listen to
burned
me.
it
No, I
down.
don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Listen, we
It's the
talking about
rich
right now.
Negro.
It's just social
Listen.
economic status, bro.
So you
And I'm
got money.
saying
White folks gonna
earlier, let me
say,
let me finish, bro. I'm saying what you talking about ain't the reality, yo, because ain't nobody letting that rock like that. So
"What are you? Didn't you
you
just see
need
that sister
nobody,
gone
no,
down?
no,
Didn't you see
the
Sandra
world,
Massey gone
no,
down?
no, I
Didn't you
don't know
see
what you're
Sandra
talking about.
Bland gone? Didn't you see Maddie
Man,
Bland
and
killed?
what happened?
Didn't
And
you,
what
you see
happened?
Trayvon Martin killed?
And what
Nothing
happened?
happened.
Hold on.
What
And what
happened?
happened? And what
Nothing
happened?
happened. Nothing
Tell us what
happened.
happened. Tell us what
Nothing
happened.
happened.
You
Then
sure?
nothing happened. What
Okay.
happened? White folk, they get a little slap on the wrist.
All
Then,
right.
then, then, and then the brother sitting down eating ice cream,
Hey
and old
man,
no good
listen.
cave, old no good cave woman came in, police officer, and shot the brother down while eating ice cream.
Hey man,
Negroes,
listen, man.
Negroes who got that super Negro complex when
Listen, man.
hug the white woman.
Listen, man.
So
Listen.
you think because
Nah,
you
I'm
got you
not. What I have learned is being in the street show. When you talk to young people, right? We got a nice, healthy mix in our audience, right? Never tell a young person to do something you're not willing to do yourself. Because right now, you willing to able to do all the stuff you just said out your mouth. I suggest you do that, bro. Think
do
about
what
what I'm
like
saying, Renee. If you actually think people standing around not doing nothing, yo, you should,
what
I ain't
happened?
talking about
You tell
nobody.
me what
Hold
happened.
on.
You tell me what
I'm
happened.
saying if you come up with the idea that you just came up with, yo, you best fit to make that idea work, yo. You gotta be the change you want to see in the world, bro. See, and I'm gonna respect that. But I ain't trying to hear you talk about this and you ain't doing it. I don't want to hear what they ain't do. If you need to smack
We
yourself,
we
somebody
we
go
we,
smack them. Whatever you think you
we
need
do
to
we
do,
are
make that
doing
change
it.
work,
I
bro.
don't.
That's how we do it.
We are doing it. We are doing it. You
Now,
know what?
okay, so if you're doing it, then you got our back and we appreciate you. We salute you. But you can't
Right.
tell
So
me to do. Hold on. Just the rule now. See, you can't make me play football, yo, if that ain't how I'm seeing it. If I don't see that, I'm gonna get out there and get hurt, bro. You can't make me
what
sell
what
dope
what you
if
tell
that
like
ain't what I'm doing. Listen, let me talk, bro. Let me talk. This is important. I want everybody to hear this, bro. Listen, as we grow up, as we learn, bro, never let another person tell you do something you ain't seen them do. Never let somebody pump you up. Never let somebody hit you with some black algae and get you inspired and be all messed up in the game. If it's something you want to do, you do it and make sure it was you thinking about doing it. Not somebody else pumping you up. So I'm not mad at you at all, Chief. I ain't tripping with all that, yo. But I ain't gonna let you come on here and start the washy dashy flim flam. You're a little bit flim flamming there, a little bit. I'm saying,
you don't
I'm
see
saying
me in
we can
action
do.
in
I'm
Atlanta
saying you can do what you
in
do.
certain
Listen,
role. You don't
hold on.
see me. You
You can
don't
do
see
what
me
you
in
do.
action.
I ain't
You
knocking
see
you.
me
You
in
can do what
action.
you do. You can
You
do what
see
you
me in
do.
action though. You see me
I
in
can do what
action
I
in
do.
certain role.
Yeah, but I ain't seen you do all that though. I ain't seen you do all that.
You did see you see me do some things. You know I get down. You know
Yeah,
I
but
get
not
down.
like
All
that.
right
Not
then.
like you said. You
Yeah.
talking about like you really
Well,
getting there like that. Come on, yo.
bro, I'm known for getting down. You better go check my receipt. I got my receipts.
Don't tell
I
us.
got
Don't
my
tell us.
receipts.
Don't tell us. Let me read this. Let me read this super chat. Big up to the first super chat of the night. Super chat of the night, yo. Just chipping in so we can buy a time machine. So we can bring these Negro to 2025. Yeah, they say you back in the 50s, yo. You got to upgrade the package. Yo. It's another way to fight that, yo. You in Mali right now in the 1200, yo. It ain't working that way right
No,
now,
you
yo.
did no, I no. You brought up the fact. You said that Don Corleone. You said Don Corleone and them named Africa. Africa. What you said? I said that's not true.
Where
And
that
and, and,
juju at?
and it keeps on what young people say. The truth I'm speaking is the truth I'm speaking can't be disputed. White folks are
Nah,
not
you
treating you
made that
right
up,
today in
yo.
2025. And you
You
think
made
see
that.
it ain't happening
Man,
to
you
you.
made it up. You keep giving them too much power, yo.
I said you think you're gonna rub
Nobody
your arm
is
three
afraid.
times.
Listen, bro, nobody is afraid of white people, yo. White people put their clothes on the same way everybody do. You the one making too much out of that, yo. That's way too much for me, yo. I don't even see why. I see white people as who
I
they
didn't say
are,
I'm afraid. I
right?
said
I
separate
see.
from
I'm
them.
just trying to
I
make. I'm
said
saying I
separate
don't
them
see them.
from them.
I'm saying, but I don't see them as being any less human than me, bro.
So you want to live next
That
to
ain't how
white
you
folks?
fight the fight. I'm saying I'm
You
gonna do
want to live
like
next to
human.
white folks?
No, I'm gonna do. I don't have a problem with white people, bro. Don't get mad at me. I don't got a problem with Mexican people. I don't got a problem with
All right.
nobody, bro.
So
I'm gonna
you
tell you
you
what I got
you
a problem with, though. I got a problem with people talking that I don't mess with the white man, but you using everything the white man, yo. Because you could take your happy ass right to Africa, right? You got a home there, stay there and build that shit up, yo. Don't never come back. Make a
and
place for African. Hold on. Make a place for African Americans so we can do trade and commerce and business, yo. I'ma respect that more than you trying to make your way of life my way of life, yo. Yo, I love
I
African
said
people.
separate. I said separate from white people
Yo, I'm
right here
saying
in
you
America.
should,
What's wrong with
yo,
that?
because you got to separate from white people. Don't go to the food market. Show me you serious about that thing. You feel me? Do that. Come on,
We are
yo.
serious about that thing.
I don't want
We
to
are serious
separate
about
from
that.
nobody, yo. I don't want to separate from
So you
nobody.
want to live next? You want to live with white people?
I was raised in the Jewish community, and it ain't. And
Okay. Well,
matter of fact,
shalom,
my
shalom.
horizons. Hey, listen, My horizons was bright. You know why, yo? Because I understood what it meant to be a black man in America, yo. And I understood that based off of seeing other cultures and realizing there were other cultures, bro. And they go through the same trials and tribulations that we go through. That they ain't no more special. They don't get their damn shoes from the moon. They don't get an extra brain with super thought and their money is better and their water is colder. No, I recognize they was just like me. I'm like, damn. Anyway, what's up, Juju? How you doing? We're going to start the show. My Juju on here right now. Chief, I want you to get that off. I still feel like he was in the 40s, yo. We in the space age.
I don't know why you keep saying the truth I'm speaking is outdated. The truth is the truth.
It is. You know what I want to say? Hold on, let me say this. It don't take a rocket scientist. You don't gotta force it. Because right now you can go in a cafeteria full of kids, right? And they're gonna sit in a group. And then there's gonna be people who cross-pollinate. It's always that way. You're gonna be closer, right, to what you was raised up on, yo. So you don't gotta force that. You get it? You don't gotta force that. You just don't have to force that. You get like you don't gotta force that. Like it's not a big deal. I don't know. Juju, how you doing, sis?
Good evening. I'll give you a good 45 minutes.
I'm
done. Yeah, how long we got?
We
got 45 minutes because
we got. Hey, Chief, we out of here, man. I appreciate you. Good.
You stopped me. I was like, oh, because I was, about to get it in. I was like,
oh, hold on. What is this phone? Hey, Chief, we gone. We out. You hear me?
Yeah, he told the lie on Mali.
Hey, we out of here.
Islam was like around before Sundiata got control of Mali 5 centuries before. So I don't know.
No, but Sundiata initially was not a Muslim, my dear sister.
I mean,
no
matter if they were Muslim, they still practice African traditional systems within the system.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he was Muslim. He came into a Muslim system.
I know he was.
And he made
Sundiata was not initially a Muslim. No, he was not.
He was a Muslim, though.
No, he was not.
He was a Muslim when he came in.
No,
and
he
if
was
he
not.
didn't do it for anything but political, it was a political strategy.
Sundiata initially was not a Muslim.
Did he end up a Muslim? Did he end up a Muslim?
Islamic empire.
At the end, but not in the beginning.
It was not at the end. It was there 5 centuries before he came into power in that region.
You can't. I've been to Mali. My teacher, one of the greatest scholars.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, let's move forward. All right, we finish this segment.
Let me just say.
All right, go make your last statement. Make your last statement so we can move the show forward.
Don't tell me Hebrews. And it don't matter. They from Africa. And what?
Can I say this? To you?
Whatever.
All right. What I'm saying to you, you don't tell me what you read in Google. I want you to tell me about no Google.
I don't use Google.
Wherever you got it from. My teacher is a scholar from there. He speaks the language, been in traditional schools, and he knows, and the records are there. So you want to challenge me on? I can come back and bring the records.
Yeah, bring them on here so we can beat them up. All right, bring them on the atheist show.
No, I'll bring it back to you.
Your teacher.
Yeah, go get him. Yeah, go get your teacher. Yeah, go get your teacher. I invite him on. A salami and bacon. Yo, I'm out of here. Hey, listen, we good. We out of here, man. Listen, we gonna move the show forward. Now, unless you gonna get beat up on some vaccines. I know you don't agree with that neither, do you?
No, I don't take the vaccine.
Right, see, so you just pseudo. See that? You can't listen to you.
Well, I know people that took it got heart attacks.
We can't listen to you, though. We can't listen to you, yo.
I'm taking no vaccine.
Can't listen to you. Can't listen to you.
All right.
Yeah, well, see, that's why I say you stuck in the 50s and the 40s.
I didn't take.
Yeah, you're not even. That's crazy.
No, you don't want in the 50s keep saying yo like you did New York somewhere.
Back in the 40s,
you don't want saying yo like New York. That's the 50s. We don't. Nobody's saying it no more.
I'm just saying.
We say on phone now.
Too much power, my guy.
We don't say yo when we say we say on phone now.
I'm not abused. I ain't scared.
All right, so listen. I want to start here with something.
All right, I'll talk to you later, but we don't say yo no more. That's the 50s. We say on phone now.
Man, we don't say that. That sounds gangish. Get out of here with that.
We say on phone now.
No.
We don't say that no more.
No. Oh, man. Hey, look. Hey, Chief, appreciate you, man.
All right.
All right, man. Read a
Champ,
book from
I'm the champ. Your case is
2025. Yeah, that help you out. That help
your
you out.
case is dismissed with prejudice. All right, don't bring it
All
up
right.
again. You're not
Peace.
American.
Peace, bro.
Whatever.
Yeah, he wild. He funny as I don't know what. He
Wild.
gone.
I don't know
Gone.
about funny, but
That's how. Hey, but listen. I mean, hey, he got a right to think that way. He do. He do. He got a right to think that way. But he don't got a right to tell us how we supposed to think.
oh yeah, yeah, right.
He was a Muslim at the end. All right, he was a Muslim though. Do it matter when you become a Muslim? If you was a Muslim, it's
It was there
all
5
good.
centuries before Mali was even
No,
Mali.
he talking about the king himself. He ain't talking about the whole country. That's the point. That's the point he was trying to make.
Islam was all around him. If you tell
I
me,
mean, so I don't know. You know what?
it's cool.
Yeah.
But what I mean, 5 centuries before you, and you didn't practice none of it. You didn't do nothing.
Really? I'm not listening.
Okay.
I'm listening. So, all right, now we got that out the way. They can't dive right in and get it. So, we was talking about with Nazir. We was having a great conversation, and it brought us to them. I want to talk about. You got the slides I sent you, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I would like to do this. Let me throw this video in real quick.
From last week?
No, I sent you something. I sent it. Did you get it? I sent it from a wild email. You might not even got it.
Oh, hold on.
You might not have got it. There's one from the usual email.
I know 2 of them. Give me a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I think I got it.
You see it? Vaccine development process.
Hold on. That's not it. Un momento, por favor.
All right.
Okie dokie. Hold on. Let me see this one. What does it say again?
Vaccine development process.
No, you only gave me 2. Wait a minute. I didn't look at this one.
Came from a different email.
Okay.
I tried something slick.
No, I ain't got it. I don't know where to look. Let me try one more. Oh. I don't got it. Sorry. I don't want to prolong.
Shoot you.
Sorry, I only got. Tell me what it is again.
It's development. Vaccine development.
No.
Vaccine development. I'm gonna upload it.
I have 2 of the same links twice. Maybe you thought you sent it.
Oh, did I?
Oh no, not that. Ooh. What did I do?
Oh my God. What, you messed it up? What you did? All right. Let me start off with this video first. All right. Let me bring in from Duke University. Okay. Put both videos up here. So we're gonna have in this video Duke Science and Society. Okay. We got a panel, okay, with Dr. Robert M. Califf, all right, former FDA commissioner from 2016 to 2017. Okay. And we got Eric Tapul, founder and director of the Scripps Research. All right. And then the moderator, there's RDK. All right. She's a professor of law. Okay. All right. So let me play the first clip. All right. And so we was talking about Donald Trump and how Donald Trump, how we listened to Donald Trump and all that. And I was saying, yo, we talked about Operation Warp Speed, right? And we were saying, bro, he just was the president in that time. He signed it in. He allowed, organizations to work together, right? The private sector to work with the government, and they figured out a process, right? But he didn't figure out the process. He's just the standing president at the time, right? Okay, so it wasn't no mixed messaging coming from the scientific community. We talked about what the novel was. Okay, all right, there you go. Man. What we say? You say, I'm not an African American on Foreman is crazy. Chicagoland all day. Funny. All right, so here we go. Set it up for you. We're talking about the EU right now. Emergency use authorization. All right, here we go. Let's see what he say.
The November 3rd timing to have an EUA before November 3rd. That's not what this was about. So that the struggle I'm talking about is that Trump has made many announcements. There's going to be this vaccine approval before November 3rd, and even as of last night, he was on Twitter amidst his other, flurry of postings, where he basically went after Steve FDA because he had done this, even though the White House had signed off on it, as Artie just had summarized. So this is unlike anything I've ever seen. I mean, you were commissioner of the FDA, Rob, but after all these years, I never saw something that would be made so politicized, so ridiculous. It's not even the EUA that's the issue. It's the idea of using it as a way to win or influence an election. That's what's so scary here.
Right.
So the same person who wouldn't wear a mask is using the vaccine or trying to use the vaccine as a way to, sway the voting. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah. So I mean.
Yeah, so that's Trump doing that. That ain't the scientists. That ain't the FDA. That's him swaying that and playing that game like that. Let's call out who it is. Don't blame the immunologists and the virologists. That's the point I'm making. Yeah, Trump's a wild guy, man. He stay wild. I try to tell you. Yeah, using political maneuvering and all that. Come on, man. So we're absolutely right on the science and what it was. Okay? So now we're going to get into the drugs that was pushed through. All right? Let's get into that real quick. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Or maybe I could play it from right here where she at. Let's see.
And I think we'll definitely get into the very strange politics of the November 3rd date. But there also has been a little bit of a history that some of our audience members, when they signed up, asked us about with the FDA as well, regrettably perhaps, with EUAs for convalescent plasma and hydroxychloroquine. So is that part of let me just turn to you, Eric, since you seem to be perhaps the more skeptical of the two with respect to EUAs. Is that part of your background concern as well, or is it simply the November 3rd piece of it that is playing into it?
Well, I know. I think the November 3rd piece is the culmination of. So first in March, there was the EUA for hydroxychloroquine with no data to support it, which had to be withdrawn in June when there was no data to support it and risks that were confirmed. And then there was the EUA for convalescent plasma that was trumpeted with a, quote, very historic press conference the night before the Republican National Convention with ridiculous claims of a 35% reduction of mortality. So the whole thing was just a fiasco, and it's never actually been corrected. So anyway, those were precedents now. The FDA basically caved to the whims of the administration. That's not how I would understand EUAs to be used. There may well have been good reasons for EUAs in both those circumstances, but not because the president is exerting pressure and there's obvious subservience of the FDA to the administration. That doesn't seem right.
Oh, I agree.
Now let's hear the response. Remember this guy right here. He was actually the let me get his name again. He was the commissioner for the FDA. Okay, let's hear what he's saying. This is a great conversation. See, nobody's actually hiding nothing, right? When the experts are having the conversation, it's important to hear both sides and see what they're saying, as to not to allow the pseudo to take advantage of it, because that's what pseudos do. They mix in, they mix the truth and falsehoods, and they strangely mix it. Okay, so that would be Eric right there, Dr. Eric speaking. No. That would be Robert Califf. All right, he was the FDA commissioner from 2016 to 2017. The guy that was speaking was Dr. Eric. Okay, here we go. See what he has to say about that.
With Eric. It's more fun to disagree with Eric. That makes it a lot more fun to have the discussion. But the former commissioners across the political spectrum, I mean, including Scott, who was a Scott Gottlieb, who was a Trump appointee, and Peggy, who was Obama's first appointee, and me, and Mark McClellan, who dates back to the George Bush days. We wrote an op-ed about the convalescent plasma because of the concern that what really needed to be done was to get the trials done. And I would say the same for hydroxychloroquine. I mean, there was a theoretical basis and a lot of people were using it. So the key was to get the trials done, which showed it didn't work. And I think convalescent plasma, I think it's still unknown. It's notable that the recovery trial in the UK has now enrolled over 1,000 people in a convalescent plasma trial, and it hasn't been stopped. So if there was a 35% reduction in mortality with an underlying 25% mortality rate, it would be highly likely that the trial would have been over, probably at 400 to 500 patients enrolled. I do want to also mention there's, I thought, Artie, you might bring this up, but there is a new situation today with the monoclonal antibodies, which are now submitted to the FDA for EUA. And that one I'm actually, of course you have to see the data, and the FDA actually gets to look at the raw data. I've seen the tabulations, but not the raw data. But if it looks as good as the raw data, that one I would feel pretty good about going forward with.
What about you, Eric, on the
All right, so this is a high-level conversation. All right, about some doctors talking about the information in the field. Okay, so and that was back then. So as we look back then, wasn't nobody hiding it. Never allow the president to sway you on any daggone thing. And they was trying to use politics, right, for this next election. They was trying to use that. He ended up losing, of course, right? But the mixed messaging actually came from the president, like doing some unprecedented things. Now, you know why he was able to do those unprecedented things? Because we was in a wild situation called a pandemic. Those things come around, every 100 years or so, man. This is very interesting right there. The climate was ripe for misinformation. The climate was ripe for political sway. All right? But what this conversation shows you is they got it right, though. Even if something got pushed through, right? The chloroquine, I know I'm saying it wrong. They snatched it back.
Chloroquine. You got it.
Chloroquine, yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, they snatched it back. See? So I think, Juju, people have this idea of science and stuff like that being perfect, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Absolute.
That's not
Perfect and absolute.
And humans are absolute and perfect in using. That's crazy. You should always look to they got it right. I always talk about tell you who I talk about. My man who was trying to find Robert Sinclair, right? I give the story of Robert Sinclair, and he was trying to find the age of the earth. All right, by measuring the amount of lead in the atmosphere. All right, and he kept getting this wild reading. So he actually developed the first clean room, right? So he went to this. He developed a clean room, meaning no outside air and stuff could get in, right, and contaminate his experiment. But it was still giving the same reading. What he found out was that extra lead that was in the air that he was wanting to use to measure how old the earth was actually coming from gasoline products, leaded gas. A lot of y'all not even you're not even old enough to recognize that when you go to the pump now, you have unleaded gas. But there's a time when you didn't have unleaded gas. All gas had lead in it. And so that high reading was based off of the product they was using in the gas, right? Which had a lead base to it. It was killing humanity, right? So science figured it out. But guess what? Sinclair was getting his funding from the big oil companies, right? Think about the petroleum industry. So they brought out scientists, right, to go against his findings. You don't want to change the gas and lose a lot of money, right? Don't take the lead out the gas. Okay, so they fought, all right? And of course, he lost at the time, right? He lost all his funding, all that. Bye-bye, right? And so the issue came up again. They say, well, hell, where's the foremost authority on the lead gas? Let's get Robert Sinclair. It's about 10 years later. Come back, they rechecked it again. Congressman rechecked it again, and they was like, yeah, Sinclair, you right. So I'm not saying science is perfect, yo, but that's the only thing you actually got. It's not science fault. It's not the FDA fault that the person that held the highest office was using political sway to push wild ideas at times. But they always go back and get that right. And they got it right in real time. Didn't take them the whole administration to get that right. They took it off the market. Okay, you was about to say something, Juju?
No, I was saying, actually, the amount of due diligence to get it right and have something that was effective in the time frame that they did, and the rate of transparency, or the level of transparency that was taking place. Like, I don't get it. You'll never ever get as much information as we've gotten on this vaccine about anything else. Like, half the stuff that people go to the doctors for, you don't know the level of details of what they're doing or the stuff they're giving to you, like, for the vaccine. So I just don't get what's the pushback. Scientists, the science is telling you when it's getting it right, it's telling you when it's getting it wrong, it's telling you when it's okay. And they're being very transparent about that. They're not hiding it. They're not lying. They have families and friends, lives at stake also. It becomes a very human at that point. They don't want their family or friends, being affected. And they don't care about what color you are. Come on.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Farthest thing from their minds.
Yeah, it's real.
That would be race science. And science has parameters nowadays for that. Like they have the pseudo alert when race science comes up. So
all day. All day. All right, let's hit the next piece.
The body question, I know that's a little bit off topic, but we will mention it just briefly.
Well, I've been excited about the monoclonals. They're potent neutralizing antibodies, and well before President Trump received that on Friday last week, I think there was our best promise for a therapy that could get us out to the vaccine, and may even well be useful when vaccination is starting, because it is so potent. So we have high expectations. We don't have a lot of data, but we have 2 phase 2 trials that have been reported, and they both look encouraging. There you can see where an EUA would have rationale. I don't think that either trial cinched it of these phase 2. They just had supportive data for reducing viral load and some suggestion of outcomes improvement. In the Lilly trial, it was reducing hospitalization to some extent, but without a good dose response. And then in the Regeneron trial, it was just medical visits. It was not even it was softer than Lilly. But together, I think it's a good case. In fact, many of these things could have been well suited for an EUA. It's just the circumstances that were involved. And that, I think, is the troubling part of this.
Yeah, so Artie, I actually don't think it's off topic, because if you look at this as a continuum, you got hydroxy, which just had no basis other than theory and no credible evidence that it was beneficial. You had convalescent plasma, which had a single arm registry and a couple of randomized trials that were not positive, that may have had trends. So, and then you got this one, which we should pause a second and just comment on the triumph of. I mean, that, to me, it was the way the system was supposed to work. You had a new virus with a pandemic, and the biomedical industry went to work between academia and industry. They actually got samples of people that had been infected and developed a monoclonal antibody, one from a U.S. person, one from a Chinese person, interestingly, in the Lilly case. And they've done very highly controlled, placebo-controlled clinical trials measuring the biomarker and the clinical outcomes.
He talked that talk. He's talking about the gold standard. We talked about it, Juju, the clinical trials. That's the gold standard there. Got to go through the clinical trials, okay? All right, I just wanted y'all to touch up a little bit with some experts and just hear the conversation, how it go, right? And so now we roll forward to now, and we see how effective that vaccine was in allowing us to go back outside. People, vaccines, and I'm gonna show you an example. Vaccines work so well, they did their own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy how well they work. They work so well that their own worst enemy. It's crazy as hell right there. Because you think that you forget. And I'm gonna bring up a disease that everybody forgot about. All right. This is what everybody forgot about right here. All right. It just disappeared. You got the measles thing, right, Juju?
Yeah.
The measles thing. The measles, y'all.
They said the video was low a little bit, so my apologies for not telling you.
Yeah, my apologies on that.
Yeah. Rubella.
Rubella.
Yeah.
Rubella. We got it right here.
Yeah.
We got the measles cases right here. Okay. All right, measles cases in 2025. I want to see the chart. There you go, right here. See how they rise? See that rise right there? All right. Okay. Look back in 2024. All right. Steady. All right. A lot of that misinformation start cooking. Look at the rise. All right. Look at the rise. All right. And let's roll back a little bit. Okay. Y'all think that the shit wasn't dangerous. Look, it's crazy. This thing is crazy. Hold on. Let's get you the measles real quick. All right. Real quick. Okay. Because I don't think measles was dangerous. Y'all think it was just I don't want to go to the let me see. Right here. Can you see that, Juju?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Go ahead.
So in ancient times, accurate records of measles fatalities are scarce, but historical accounts suggest that measles was a highly deadly disease, especially before the development of vaccines.
I think that's the key point right there. So anybody telling you anything different don't know what the hell they're talking about. Go ahead. Let's deal with some key highlights.
Ancient origins. Measles is believed to have originated around 500 AD from a virus that crossed over from cattle, rinderpest virus.
All right, that's called a zoonotic transfer. Go ahead.
Zoonotic. The first known description of measles was by a Persian physician, Al-Razis, in the 9th century, who differentiated it from smallpox. Medieval and early modern periods. Measles outbreaks were frequent and often deadly, especially in populations without previous exposure. The Americas, after European contact.
Remember, I told you that. Remember, I told you they brought a lot of diseases because they had the what? They had the old world
Diseases.
immunity ran into the new world immunity. So that was the first time that those measles was introduced to the immune system of the Native Americans. Deadly.
They would
Go
have
ahead.
been novel to the Native Americans.
Go ahead.
Right.
Pre-Columbian society.
Yeah, in pre-Columbian societies, indigenous populations were particularly vulnerable due to a lack of immunity. Measles, along with smallpox, significantly contributed to the collapse of Native American populations, with mortality rates estimated at 50% to 90%. Lots of scholars round that off to about 80%, or a little higher, of the population.
What? Native American population mortality rates estimated 50 to 90% in some.
I've seen some say 88% of the population was decimated.
Wasn't no fight, was it, yo?
By
After
New
the
World.
diseases ran through, that was the weapon, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the bio weapon.
Death in community, 50% of them to 90% of them, yo.
Yeah, crazy.
They ain't even had to fight them, yo.
No. No.
Look, we call that, right? We call that the luck of the draw. Right? The luck of the draw.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you got a 50-50 chance. You either gonna live or die.
No, not that. I'm saying that
worse
Europeans. I'm making a point, not off of that. I'm making a point that the Europeans had the luck of the draw in this situation.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They got
ain't like they came over there. Hey, we're gonna give them some smallpox, some measles, and wipe them out. That ain't how that went down.
No.
Later on, they started to figure it out, and they would infect the blankets, put smallpox in the blankets, and give them the blankets. They started using their advantage. The wildest thing ever.
But they didn't know. They didn't know that what was going to happen.
No, they didn't know. Crazy. Go ahead. Global mortality estimates.
Yeah, in Europe during the Middle Ages and Renaissance, measles epidemic killed thousands in densely populated urban areas. In the 18th and 19th centuries, measles. I want y'all to think about that. Oh, I was, right around the corner. Measles is one of the leading causes of childhood mortality worldwide.
Hold on, it was the what?
It's the what? Leading cause childhood mortality around the world.
Worldwide, not just worldwide, man. Go ahead.
Case fatality rates range from 10% to 30% in undernourished populations or those lacking adequate medical care. Pre-vaccine era 1900s. In the 20th century, before the vaccine's introduction in 1963, measles caused about 2.6 million deaths per year worldwide.
That's pretty good.
In the United States alone, it led to approximately 500,000 cases annually. Approximately 500,000 cases annually, resulting in about 500 deaths, 48,000 hospitalizations, and 1,000 cases of encephalitis, brain swelling each year. Oh, that is not good. Golly, encephalitis ain't no joke. That's straight coma.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's bad. I know people. Throughout ancient and pre-vaccine history, measles was the leading cause of death, particularly among children and immunologically native populations. I mean, they have, the immune system. Although precise historical death tolls are unavailable, it is clear that millions perished due to measles across centuries, making it one of the most deadly infectious diseases in human history. Making it one of the most deadly infectious diseases in human history. Measles, rubella.
Okay, Juju. Why in the hell would I bring up measles? Because most y'all don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah, rubella.
Like what? Yeah. Y'all saying measles ain't nothing. Y'all sitting there saying In a vaccinated society, that ain't nothing. What?
Yeah,
I heard him say the chicken pox, that is nothing. Yeah. You know why it ain't nothing?
because you ain't
Because
never
vaccines work so well. You don't
that
even remember
too.
it.
You ain't never had it.
That
You
ain't
don't
it. You
know.
never had it, never seen nobody with it.
Nope.
Wish I ain't never see the person with it. And we saying that was one of the most deadly. Think of let's take it slow. I hope this point come across well. I'm trying to tell you that measles was one of the most infectious and deadly diseases. You're saying you're making that up, Unc. I'm saying no, you just have been afforded the protection of vaccines, so it's nothing to you. You can say, it's nothing. You can play with it. You can say, I don't even get my kids ain't getting the MMR, and they ain't getting none of that. Yeah, because guess what? Because the kids around them are vaccinated. You can play the little game. But as soon as them vaccination rates start to slip, here it come back again. See, because it ain't went nowhere. Trying to tell you. No matter what somebody tell you, it's hard for me to make you understand that people used to get polio. Yeah, we can put the numbers in all day. Why you think polio rates went all the way down? Not because we prayed for it. Pick up the Atheist Friday too. Not because you prayed for it, not because God, your God, came and changed that situation, because high level medical science changed that. Humanity used their brain and thought it out. Yeah, vaccine is their own worst enemy, man. So I'm telling you now, you don't even have you can't even you don't have nothing to measure from. Okay, chicken pox, all that. My age group used to get chicken pox. My kids don't know what the hell we talking. What the who? Yeah, I think that's an important part right there. I'm gonna drop this link right in 5 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link now. We get our conversation in. It's Atheist Friday. Y'all want to talk about God? You beat up on somebody, God. Right? We talk about this conversation is important. We're gonna always touch that in there. All right. Yeah, I'm always up for the healthy conversation. Don't come up here howling and screaming, acting crazy. All right, we gonna get beat up. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, Juju.
Not today.
Not today, because we run out of time. Juju said she had a limited time, and I'm respectful of her
I
time.
mean, who wants to be a guest co-host?
When now?
Where you at, Kyle?
Or what?
Shoot.
We talking for now?
Yeah.
No.
Then
When
you
you
can
ready
go
to go?
longer. I don't want you to go.
No, I gotta get up early. I actually gotta get up early. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the truth. Yeah, I got.
Lakota
I
do
got
it
some
for
business.
me.
I got some. Yep, Lakota do it for you.
She know how to
She
she
should, but
could do it.
Dakota's scared to get up here though.
She not scared.
Dakota. Woo, 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 woo.
Don't do my Lakota, you can get him, girl.
She has the name Lakota.
Oh, Nahisi here. Oh, send him the link.
That's my
Come
man
up here,
right there,
Nahisi.
Nahisi.
Look at God.
Man, he got it. Man, my man engaged, man. Big up Nahisi, man, to his beautiful fiance.
You say you got jokes. She gonna get you. Yeah. She gonna
Big
put
up Nahisi, though, man. Nahisi, my man right there, yo. And big up to his beautiful fiance, man. She a good woman, man.
Facts. Congratulations.
Yep.
Engagement.
Beautiful woman, strong black woman, and I mean just intelligent and serious. And then they got a heck of a football player over there too. And it ain't Nahisi, they son. Yep. When I go see him play. I've seen him play a couple times, man. I missed the last couple games. The last couple years. I want to see what he's doing now, yo. I know he got that in his blood, yo. All right, so we're gonna be right here, Juju. Here we go.
Hit that button. Hit that button, Nahisi.
That EUA. We're gonna do that EUA. Yeah, which one comment here?
Who? Mac Rob.
Nazi.
No.
All right, here we go. So the EUA.
Here, let him up.
I'm gonna let him up. We're gonna do his presentations first. We got 3 slides, and then we're gonna get them in.
Okay.
So this is the EUA. This is the EUA. This is part 1. Go ahead, Juju.
A development. Vaccine makers develop a vaccine to be tested.
Hold on. So right there, vaccine makers.
Development process. part.
All right, so vaccine makers develop vaccines to be tested. It's the first thing that's going to happen. Right. It's either going to go to go ahead, FDA approval or FDA emergency use authorization. Go ahead, Juju.
Yeah, so federal FDA, excuse me, FDA emergency use authorization. Testing and production happens at the same time. Testing and
Mhm.
production happens at the same time. I'm reiterating stuff because people don't get it. Followed by approval and then distribution.
Come on. So y'all see that? Y'all see what's happening here? Wrap your mind around that. Because we trying to figure out, yo, how did it go fast?
Because they was testing
At the
and
same
producing
time.
at the same time.
Go
FDA
ahead.
approval. Testing happens first, followed by
Hmm.
approval, then production, and then distribution.
Hmm. Hey, Juju, you know what people don't think about?
What?
When you're normally trying to test a vaccine, right? You know it's hard to find participants.
Hmm.
But when you're in the middle of a pandemic, how many participants do you have?
Everybody, the whole population, damn near.
Yep, got the hope. And then you got thousands of people signing up to
Facts.
take the
Because them
signing up
people
to be
was
in the test. You know
look, them
why?
people was going to jail trying to skip them lines. So I know darn well they ain't had no problem.
I ain't no. Oh, you talking about skipping line? No, I'm saying wanting to get tested.
Oh
Wanting to try the
yeah.
vaccines on their head because there's plenty to go around at this time.
But I'm saying
Everybody's catching up.
if it was that bad to get in lines, they had no problem finding people to test.
There you
Okay.
go. Right, right.
People were
I'm saying, listen,
willfully volunteering.
right. You've seen them on TV. So I'm trying to show
Yeah.
y'all that all that's normally it's gonna take longer because you got to find somebody, right? The thing ain't popping. They be like, "What? I ain't just taking no test. Ain't nobody signing up for it." Hey,
Right.
Juju, nobody signing up for it. But circumstances, the
Mhm.
human character start to come out of people. They start being heroes. I ain't saying I was a hero.
Mhm.
Montoya did. I signed up for it. I ain't get called. I don't know. Maybe I was. I don't know. My point is the
A couple
environment
people
was
I know
right.
did.
Okay, so it was right.
I think
Plenty of
Chavez
corona to go
did,
around.
you did, and somebody else. Yeah, a couple people.
All right, so it's plenty of that to go around. So y'all see
Mhm.
the two sides. It's either going to go to they're going to develop the vaccines, then they go to the FDA approval. The testing is going to happen first. They're going to test it first, followed by approval, yeah, and then production and distribution. But it went to the emergency use authorization, right? So testing and production happen at the same time. Here we go. Go ahead, you. There you go.
Production, large amounts of the vaccine are made. Testing, oh, sorry, part two of vaccine development and process. Testing, clinical trials are conducted in three phases. Small numbers of generally healthy people to assess safety and effectiveness, hundreds of people with different health conditions, and from diverse demographic groups, and then thousands of people across demographic groups and immune responses are compared against placebos.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. On the other side, right here, production. Large amounts of vaccines are made. They're already being made. Look, y'all, they're being made. They're already in the bottle. They're in the bottle already and made while they being tested. Y'all see that? See the human? See the small scale testing with the 1, 2, 3, 4 people? Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These represent the different numbers and it gets larger on that side. I'm gonna say this again. At the same time that they're going through the 3 stages, 1, 2, and 3, which is the gold standard in any medical test, right? Population, and then at the same time, simultaneously, they're putting it in a bottle already. Over here, you got to go through the clinical trials are conducted in 3 phases. Remember, phase 1, phase 2, small amounts, hundreds of people, thousands of people, right?
Right.
Same here, hundreds of people, small amounts, hundreds of people, thousands of people there. But while they doing that, they're already putting it in the bottle. So how much time would that save? See what I'm saying, Juju? See?
Lots of time.
Lots of time there, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Boop. There you
Ap-
go. Now what?
Approval. This is the third part three of vaccine development process.
Mm-hmm.
Approval. Vaccines. Vaccine maker applies for emergency use authorization.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Vaccine maker applies for. Oh, sorry. Okay. Damn, I'm supposed to go. Yeah. Vaccine maker applies for biological license application, a BLA. If the FDA determines that the vaccine is safe and works, it will grant a license for the vaccine. Distribution, the vaccine is sent out into communities to be used. Production, large amounts of the vaccine are made. Distribution, the vaccine is sent out into communities to be used. What's the top of that?
It's just vaccine.
No approval. That's weird how they did that chart though. What's on top of approval and what's on top of the other? There's nothing on top of that. That's weird. I feel like it's cut off. But okay. I think one is for emergency use and one is for FDA
Okay, here you go. Here you go, G.
because something's missing.
There you go. I ain't actually missing.
Because it's being repetitive for a reason.
No, it's on different sides of it. Let me show you. Look.
I need to see the top.
Look, ain't no top. See? Nothing was there.
Yeah, it is. Go back up. So
Wait.
one is
Right here.
go up.
What?
So it is FDA approval, emergency use.
Yeah,
So
you
there's
forgot. You must have forgot. It was always there. It was in the
but
slide.
it was clear to see it, so I can repeat it because it was nothing.
No, go ahead. What you saying?
Nothing.
Oh, it was always. You had to remember the size, though. Look, this would probably been
Yeah.
better to do.
I thought it was a whole nother slide. That's why I didn't know it was continuing the same slide as what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, it was retarded on me. Could have done it this way, right? But and so you see it's on two different sides. When you go when in normal situation, it's gonna slide on over to the right as you're looking at it. FDA approval, we gotta go through that, the tests and all that. Then you gotta do this. But look, that's already in distribution, yo. Look at that.
Right.
See that? Most people can't wrap their mind around this. It's definitely a faster process, yo. Vaccines are already in the community, right? On the other side, while they still in production, large amounts of vaccine, and then vaccines are sent into the communities. So they save the step by combining the step. See? There you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Very intelligent right there. And guess what? You still go through all the gold standard. None of that changed. People will say, yo, but they left. No, they didn't skip anything. They just combined them. How about that? All right, bring my man up right here. You back to I'm not arguing with you over that. I'm not doing that. Never. What's going on there, Nazir Lee? What's up with you, man? Hey, man, make sure to hit that cash app, man. Show some love, man.
What's good? What's good, y'all?
You know what it is. What's up, man?
Yeah, the way, let me say this, man. I'm not a advocate for not taking vaccines.
Oh,
I think,
stop
hold
it.
on, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. I think vaccines are very important. They're necessary. They're
Stop.
vital. So if you decide to not take a specific one, please do your own independent research. Do not mirror those who say they're not taking this or that. Don't mirror those individuals. Do your own personal research. And the reason I got to say that disclaimer, because I don't want to seem like that guy. Because I got vaxxed when I was young. My parents got vaxxed, right or wrong, however indifferent whoever may feel like, on what side of the argument you take. I'm an advocate for them. My daughter has been vaxxed. My wife has been vaxxed. It was just that decision. And I sent you some of the homework that I did around that time to your email.
Pseudo work.
And it's 4 articles in there, all from credible peer-reviewed sources.
Where you sending that?
I'm also getting ready to send you another one. So that way, if you want me to briefly walk you through it,
I don't want you to walk me through it.
because what panels typically do, especially black panels, because we're a little
Where you sending
snappy,
that?
we're a
Especially
little
black panels.
especially black panels,
Really?
because
What about black panels?
we're a little snap. Well, let me finish. We're a little snappy, we're a little gossipy, we're a little playful, and we do it differently when we're on
Now we're snappy
more
because we're
mainstream
black.
panels. You know what I mean? No, I'm saying because we assume.
Oh, Jesus
So
Christ.
the other day when I was speaking,
Nazir Lee, what's the
both of
article at?
you,
You sent a video.
I sent them to your email. It's a
We
video
don't
also.
care. You
Oh,
good.
It's a
Do
video.
what
It's
you
a video
want.
also.
We don't have to revisit that. This ain't
Because
about
you
you.
assumed though, Juju. You assumed.
I didn't assume
Yes, you
nothing.
did. Yes, you did. You
I
don't
know
even
I
know. See what I'm
didn't.
saying? Look what you're doing right
No, it
now.
was an assumption. It
Look
was
what you're
weighing the
doing right now.
possibilities there.
Look what you're doing right now.
I could do
I
what I
haven't even got
want.
it out yet.
You said I
Last week you
I didn't assume
assumed that
nothing.
I said I was getting my information from Trump a few days ago.
I didn't say
I
nothing
got
about
cut
Trump.
off. Y'all
You
just
set
went
that
through
up
a
with Bobby. Me and you didn't
y'all,
have no Trump discussion. I don't care where you got it from.
yeah, you
It's
did.
wrong.
You was on that conversation. All right, I'll talk to Aunt.
Yeah, I was
A
here,
few days
but
ago,
that
we
was you
had a
and Bobby
conversation.
dialoguing.
I
We
mean,
had a
what are you
Where you
doing,
got
conversation.
though?
it from, wherever you got it from, it was trash.
Okay, no problem. No
Hey,
problem. But
Nazir
the
Lee, what
problem
is this
is I
for?
never finished.
Hold
I
on,
never
hold on. What
finished.
is this for? What are you trying to get out of this right here?
Okay, wait a minute. Before that, I want to say this, Aunt, because a few days ago you cut me off at the point I was making as I was taking you through, saying Trump had a lot of misinformation out there. I said that information was very confusing. And if I would have been allowed to finish, I was saying that I went back to the drawing board to do my own research because I was not taking our public officials what they were saying because that was BS. Telling people to shoot bleach in their arms, take this, take that. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy during that time. Doctors were at odds with one
What
another.
doctor said to put
What
shoot
doctor
bleach?
said you bleaching your
I
arm,
said
yo?
it
What
was
doctor?
misinformation coming from
So if you listen
our
to Trump about that,
our
You
like
mainstream
listen
media.
to
that
Trump,
is
yo.
And
Yeah,
that's why it's
that's
that.
important.
bizarre,
I
yo.
would not. I wouldn't
You
keep
and
saying
Juju
that over
both,
and over
you
again
and
on
Juju
YouTube.
both
Nobody does
just
that, yo.
said do your own independent research,
No, I
correct?
didn't
We
say
didn't tell
that.
you to do no
Never said
independent
that.
research. You
Right. You
lie.
can't do no, you're not no researcher.
So let me
You
get this straight.
lie.
You're saying to not study
Why you
science?
get up here lying,
So
bro?
Man,
you
That's
saying
the
stop,
so
second
now
yo.
y'all
time.
saying don't study science?
Nope. I ain't saying that. I'm
Huh?
saying is you're not qualified to do your
Is
own
you serious
independent
right
you're
now?
not an independent
Do you know
researcher.
what
All you can
independent
do,
research means?
you cut
You're
me
doing
off, yo.
independent research right
You cut
now.
me off.
You're studying articles.
Nah, that's not research. That's just reading a
How that's
damn
not
article,
research?
bro. It's not. You're not
So
collecting
so let
data.
me let me get this straight. Dr. Fauci came to your house.
No.
So what? So how the hell you gonna research something if you're not reading an
Because he,
article about it?
because he published his work in a scientific
Exactly.
article.
That's
We
what I
read the
just.
research.
Come on, man. That's
We
what I
That's
read
just
not
the
said,
research,
bro.
research
bro.
by
That's what I just
experts.
said, bro.
Yeah, I ain't doing all
We
that, yo.
saying the
Wow,
same thing.
It
you
is not the same thing, yo. What we do is not the same thing as what scientists do, bro. We're gonna
Independent
read. Let
research
me
is me
finish.
going to
Let
read
me
Dr.
finish.
Fauci's work.
No, come on, you don't cut me off, yo. Listen, we're gonna read. Look, we're gonna stay out the body of the paper because y'all gonna mess it up. That's for scientists, right? We're gonna read the conclusion, right? And we're gonna read the first part of the paper. That's all you're gonna read. All right. We're gonna stay out of the data because y'all gonna mess that up. Right? We're not doing detailed research. We're reading and we're studying the material by the experts. That's what we're
Yeah,
doing,
we
bro.
saying the
That's
same
not
damn
research.
thing,
That's
bro. We
research for
saying
you.
we saying the same thing.
No, we're not. I don't call. I'm saying what we do. I don't call that research. I call that studying articles to understand the material. That's what I call it. You say it's research, whatever. So whatever. Now, what is this for right here?
misinterpreting the article is not research.
Right.
This was this article here was prior to the pandemic.
Right.
Prior
So
to the
what's wrong with that?
prior
Where
to
does
the
this come
announcement.
from?
The
You
World
might want to
Economic
go up
Forum.
so she can see.
A what?
World Economic.
Can you put this link in the back for me, please?
Oh shit. I mean, yeah.
Pseudo gonna die. The source. Pseudo
So
killer.
No, he ain't
so
gonna read. I don't know
basically,
what
so
he's trying to get
basically
out of
we
there.
we not
Pseudo
gonna have a
killer
productive
intellectual
conversation, basically.
pseudo killer
Basically.
I'm
intellectual.
gonna have a productive conversation.
Pseudo
That's what
gonna
I'm gonna
die.
do.
The source. Pseudo killer intellectual gunslinger.
Oh, here you go. Hold on. All right. Here you go. We're gonna have a productive conversation. I'm putting it in the back for you, Juju.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. All right. Now, why you brought this for what reason? What's the reason behind this?
the reason I pulled this up was to
Okay.
show that
Mm-hmm.
the United States and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of nations. I think it was like 80 nations. It says
Mm-hmm.
it on there. I can't really see it right now. I'm on my
Mm-hmm.
phone. I'm in the
Uh-huh.
field. I'm at work. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of nations, I think almost 100, participated in this
Mm-hmm.
military war games. Now, this was in Wuhan, China. These were military games where they actually simulate
Mm-hmm.
their response to a pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The pandemic, usually in the past, if you guys recall, well, you probably don't because people don't really look into these types of things. But in 2001,
Yeah.
you had a operation called Dark Winter. Are you familiar
No,
with?
no,
Yeah.
stay with this articles. No, 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 no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
going
no,
nowhere.
no, no. No, we not.
No, I'm
No
with the
moving the
No, we're
article.
not
goalpost.
doing that. No, that's not what we're doing.
What is you talking
No,
about?
we're not doing that.
I'm
Stay
with
on the
the
damn
article.
article. Stay there.
I'm on the article.
No, you start talking about
I'm
Operation
saying
Rainfall. Ain't no Operation
no, no,
Rainfall
no, no,
mentioned
no.
nowhere in here.
I said
No,
Operation
it's
Dark Winter. It's
it's
in
here. Is it
relation.
in this paper?
It's coming up next. It's in relation to
No, no.
this.
Is it in this paper right here?
Why don't you just hear me
No,
out
I'm
so I
not
can
doing
finish,
that. I'm
bro?
not allowed to do that. Nope. It's not fair to the audience. That's what pseudos do. They start missing shit from all over the place.
Pseudos do
Why
what?
did you
Say
have
that.
this?
Okay,
Nah,
I'll
nope,
stick with
nah,
this. Okay, I'll
no.
stick with
Yeah,
this.
stick with that.
Okay.
Let's get an understanding why you put
So
this up first. Then we can move
simulations.
on to
Okay, no
Operation
problem.
Dark Feet and Dark Hair.
Simulations of war games in
Okay.
responses to pandemics have
All right.
always happened. It's not a
Okay.
new thing.
Right.
So
Supposed to happen.
that's the
Go
only
ahead.
thing I'm saying. So this military games that happened in 2019 that we're reading
Okay.
from right now was
Uh-huh.
not a new thing. It has
Right. That's
been
John
going
Hopkins.
on.
See, John Hopkins Center for the Health, Disease, and Security. Yep. Okay. Go ahead. Excellent. Go
Okay,
ahead. Okay.
it been going on. So this was
Right.
not new.
Right.
The only thing that was new is that um these we had these coincidences where you had these simulations and then right after this simulation something actually happened.
Okay. You
So
about to do
was a little bit different. Okay. Now you go
what?
to the if you
What?
look down here, Ak, if you read down
A
here,
little bit different. What?
let me turn my phone sideways
A little bit different.
because I'm looking at this also from a business perspective.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what a lot of us are missing. As a businessman,
Oh.
I'm looking
Mhm.
at this from a business perspective because the WHO is a business and they have stakeholders. Let's read the third paragraph. If you look right there,
One, two, three. The world has been growing numbers of what?
hold on,
Epidemics and
wait. I can expand my phone. I'll actually read it now. It says I'm on the second paragraph. It
you said
says
the third.
the world has seen a growing number of epidemics in recent years, with about 200 events annually, including Ebola, uh, Zika,
Yeah.
MERS, SARS. At
Uh-huh.
the same time, collectively, vulnerability to the social and economic
Mhm.
impacts of infectious diseases crisis appears to be increasing. Experts suggest there is a damn, did I just jump
No.
down too far?
Growing
Hold on,
likelihood
I
of
jumped my bad because the phone had glitched. Anyway, I'm going to this back to the second paragraph. It will
experts.
also feature.
No, you skipped something, yo. You said experts suggest there is a growing likelihood of one of these events becoming a
Yeah,
global
yeah.
threat.
I went down too far. My
Let
bad.
me know when I have a minute.
The
Uh,
exercise will bring together businesses,
no, you
government,
missed it,
security.
yo. Stop it. You
I didn't
missing
want to
it.
read that one. I went down too far.
No,
I
you
want to read
was
the
reading
second
that.
paragraph.
You read
Second
the second
paragraph.
paragraph.
The
Yo,
only
this is the
thing I'm
second.
looking for
Let
here
me
is
know when I can
stakeholders.
have a
You see
minute.
what it says here, Aunt?
You
It
dead
says
in
it
the
will
water.
also feature
I
a
can't believe
live
you did
virtual
this.
experience to engage
Yo, you jumping
stakeholders
all over the place,
worldwide.
yo. I
That's what I'm
see it.
looking for.
Listen, the exercise will bring together business, government, security, and public health leaders to address hypothetical global pandemic scenarios.
Just let me
Yes.
It,
get
it
him.
will also feature
I knew
a
you ain't
live
doing this.
virtual experience from 8:50 to 12:30 to engage stakeholders
Stop right there.
worldwide. No,
Stop
man,
right
let me
there.
finish. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna finish the
Okay.
sentence out.
Go ahead.
Shoot, trying to trick us to
Yeah.
engage
I thought I was making a
to
point.
engage stakeholders worldwide and members of the public in a meaningful conversation of difficult high-level policy choice that could arise in the midst of severe pandemic. Now, what is your point, bro?
Okay. Go to the second article that says the
No, we leaving this.
No,
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 we're
no,
not
no.
Not
done.
doing
We
that.
still up. We
Wait,
still on
wait,
the
wait.
who.
No, no, my
We're
turn.
still on
So
this
this
article.
article,
All right, go
no,
ahead. Let it turn.
you
Go
got to
ahead.
mute. So this
Go ahead.
article you brung up, 2019 World Military Games, is a study published in the Irish Journal of Medicine, Irish Journal of Medicine Science, examined the hypothesis that this large gathering in Wuhan could have been a factor in the early spread of COVID-19. The study found a correlation between the number of athletes per country attending the event and the number of COVID-19 cases in those countries. However, the authors noted that this correlation does not definitively establish causation, and further research would be needed to draw concrete conclusions. It was a hypothesis. It was a study, and it wasn't directly related to that. It was just what if. That's what this was.
Hey, Juju, you know you jumped too far ahead, right?
No, I didn't.
You know
Because
this
the
was an
whole
actual. You
paper.
know this was an actual event, right?
No. Yes, they do
Oh,
these
okay. Because you
games.
almost messed up
And
right there.
so a scientist took the possibility of Wuhan and correlated with these games, a possibility of the event that we know as COVID-19, the pandemic
We're
happening.
not there yet, Juju.
Because
You
they
jumped too
would
far
be
ahead.
a critical piece in coming back to their home countries and spreading the virus. It's
Okay, we're not there yet. We're at the
hypothetical.
games right now.
No, you
we're
brought
at the
us to
actual
hypothetical.
games.
This is not evidence. It's not any kind of valid proof.
Evidence for what? I haven't even said anything yet. We just read the article. That's
Bro,
all we
you
got.
run this. You run it. Yo, okay.
I sent him
I
4
can't do
articles,
this. I don't have
Juju,
no
to make a
patience
point. I sent them 4
for
articles to make a point.
the willful ignorance.
All right, we're gonna get there though. We're gonna get that. So this is simply talking about the stimulation, the exercise to prepare the public.
It's hypothetical.
This is what you're
That's
talking
it.
about, right?
That's it. We're not talking about.
All right, that's
what
fine.
happened
This is
after.
credible. Okay, this is credible. All right.
That's
So
it.
you
This
got
was
something
a
else to read in this
physical.
paper?
It was an actual gathering of
We got it.
nations.
We got that. We all straight.
Okay.
So
That's
this
not
is
the point.
legitimate. I know. We got to walk them slow. Let them walk there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you skipped the point, Juju. Like the point, you just trying to get right to it. Nigga, these people ain't come together and spread no nothing. That's what you want to say, Juju. I get it. Let him get there. Take your time. Go ahead. So we good.
I ain't got time.
Yeah, see, you taking the fun away.
Okay.
No, go ahead, go ahead. You can
let
have
him
some.
get there, Juju.
I need a co-host.
Let it marinate. Let him
I
get
gotta take care of some
Let it
business.
marinate.
No, go ahead. Hey, Juju, go ahead.
No,
I got
that's
this.
some
Got-
Okay.
That's
So
dumb. Da-dum,
So what
da-dum,
you have
dum,
got it.
dum.
Oh,
what
it's
you
time
have
for you to
here,
go anyway,
we
Juju. You
missed
got
the point.
You got.
If
I don't
we
wanna stop
have
you,
you,
Dennis.
both of you on the phone.
Go ahead. I'm
Juju,
sorry, Bobby.
You're a businesswoman. You're a businessman. You
Go ahead.
understand if you got stakeholders, you want to be able to reward your
Stakeholders in what though, yo? Where's the
Stakeholders
stakeholders
that
and
have
what?
an interest, that have an
In
interest
this,
in
yo,
the
because they brought
economic outcome.
Yes, it's right here.
Okay.
Bill Gates, look, John Hopkinson and Herb. It's in partnership with the World Economic Forum and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will host it. Okay.
That's it.
All right, that was smart to do that. We got you. It said the exercise will bring together business, governments, security, and public health leaders to address the hypothetical global pandemic scenario. That's all it was doing.
Okay.
So
cool.
you hear the word stake right here. It will
Stakeholders.
also feature live virtual experience from 8 to 12 to engage stakeholders worldwide and members of the public in a meaningful conversation of difficult high-level policy choice that could arise in the midst of severe. Okay, so we got you.
Okay.
We good with this.
All right.
So now what are you saying?
Now
So we
go
off
to
this now. We're gonna get off this.
Go to the second page of the who, because we're gonna see who those stakeholders are and what that actually
what
means.
Second page? Ain't no second page right here.
I sent this. It's in the email. It's in the email.
So we off this. We good with this.
We good with that. We got the context. We know that an actual military games took place in Wuhan, China in October of 2019. That's the only point I'm trying to make with this.
Okay, so how is you okay? And then we're gonna dive right into you're gonna fall right into Juju lap with this one.
I sent you the same thing Juju saying. I sent you something on that. We're gonna get there. We haven't got there yet.
Yeah,
and
all right,
Cuba is going to be our model.
I don't want to talk about Cuba yet.
For the discussion,
stakeholders. I'm going to stakeholders. Watch this. This is what they do. All right, here you go. Now what?
Okay. Go
Civil
up to the
society.
top. Go up. No. Go up to the
You
top. 'Cause we
highlight this
gonna
right
see.
here, bro.
Go all the way up to the top.
Wow. It's the same form.
Okay.
You
Go.
gotta be
Right here.
Keep
patient.
going.
Highlight
Keep
it.
going. Right above
Take your
government. Keep
time,
going.
Bobby.
Keep going. It should say business at the top.
Yeah, it do.
Okay. We can't see that though.
You can't see it. What you talking about?
Okay. There we go. Now we can see it.
Let me make
Maybe
it
it's
bigger for you.
just okay. So now I want everybody to see this because we're talking about business.
Okay.
Oh, we were talking about COVID.
I said you have to
You
look
said
at
from
this
a business
also as a
perspective.
business person. This is the who is they're letting you know this is
Who?
business related as well.
Man, we ain't mentioned the who. Man, come on, yo.
This is the who. This is the World Economic. I mean the WEF. My bad. So we talking about the World Economic Forum. This is the
Thank you, yo. Why you
This
start
is the
hollering?
business.
Who?
This is a consortium,
It's a
which
Okay.
means this is a
publication.
consortium. This is when a bunch of
It is
It's the
a
businesses.
World Economic
publication.
Forum.
Oh,
It's
the
the
World Economic Forum is
Forum.
a consortium.
I know,
Bro,
of
the chat
stakeholders. This right
beat you
here.
up.
Yes.
Look, here you go. Look, the World Economic Forum provides, a space where all stakeholders, business, governments, academia, civil society, media, artists, and others can meet a global, impartial, or not-for-profit platform. Stakeholders come together to find common ground to seize opportunities for positive change in large global issues. Okay, what are you trying? And I see you try to slip it in with the stakeholders of the who. You made that up.
No,
That ain't what that.
I
You
didn't mean
did
to say
slip it in.
who.
I heard it.
The
I'm
stakeholders of the
keen.
WEF.
I'm keen.
The World
But you
Economic
did do it though,
Forum.
didn't you? Tell the
I
truth. I'm
misspoke when
keen.
I said who. I
Oh,
mean
thank
the
you, sir.
WEF.
Just checking because I'll be listening. I'll be listening for the pseudo flavor coming. I know it's coming. I know it's there.
I did that slip.
I
I'm
know.
glad you caught it though. But the
No,
World
you can make
Economic
mistakes. We cool. So
the World
okay, we good with
Economic
this.
Forum.
You about to fall. When just get to where Juju was at. Stop
So
playing with us.
go to
See, Juju
the
had
other
one do it.
article before Biden leaves office.
So you
And
don't
see
want the
what
business? You don't
let's
want the
see what he
government?
had
You
to
don't
say.
want that? So we
No,
off
we don't.
this.
No, we see who at the top of the list. Businesses
All right.
is at the top of the list.
It's not just bit. It's business, governments, academia, civil society, and all that. Come on, man.
No, what I'm
All
saying
right.
to you is the most important factor in that, even bigger than
What's the most
government,
important factor
is
in
the
that?
private sector. If you read a lot of this information, you're going to hear private sector, private sector, private sector over and over again. Because it's not the government that makes the vaccines. Remember, it's the private sector. So the private sector is the most important aspect of this, component
It's
of
one of the
this. And
aspects.
you're going to
Okay,
see
what you want
during
me
the
to read next?
pandemic that they made more money than they ever made in the world's history
So what's
during
wrong with
that
that?
short little time. But we're
I
going to
know
get
what's
there.
wrong with that. What was wrong with that though?
We going to Biden.
I know what was wrong with that.
We're going to. That's what I'm saying. What's wrong?
Why
There's
was that a
nothing wrong with it.
problem?
As
Why
an
was that a problem
entrepreneur,
though? Was it supposed to be for free?
there's nothing wrong with it from my perspective.
It's no from just
But recognize what it is though. Let's
right.
don't play.
I
Let's don't
recognize
play the game like this is really all
that's
about
crazy.
helping and humanitarian
But it
efforts.
was
We're gonna
though,
get
bro.
there. We're gonna get there. Go to
No,
Biden.
hold on. I don't know about no humanitarian effort and all that you put in that. Because I talked about last time we was here how countries couldn't afford to spend the money at the step that I showed y'all. Right? This whole thing right here, this right here. You had to have billions of dollars to be on this side of the daggone thing. You had to pay for this right here. See that stuff bottled up? That costs money right there. Right? Whereas though poor countries,
wait.
let me finish. Poor countries was on. Let me finish. Poor countries would have been on this side, yo, where they couldn't afford. They had to wait and see what actually got approved before they could pay for it. These people over here had all the money. They had shit approved already. Before it got approved, they paid for it. And if it did, no, I'm not. And if it failed, they just threw it away, yo, and it was a lost investment, bro. But the companies right here are saying, wait a minute, if you want us to go ahead and make this shit, excuse my language, before it goes through the clinical trials or at the same time, we're not going to invest our money because we don't know if it's going to, because we ain't been through the clinical trials. So y'all put up the money. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You messing it up. You messing it up, bro. I'm telling you, yo, I'm going to say this real slow so we can understand what I am saying. rich countries could afford to invest in vaccines that might not go through. The companies that was making was like, yeah, if you pay for it, we'll go ahead and put it in production because it might not go through. They was like, bet we're going to pay for it. Bet, pay for it up front. And they paid for it up front, and most of them failed. Now, back to our regular scheduled programming. Now you're saying what now? Where we at? So we back to the stakeholders. Now, what else do you want me to pull up out
I
this
mean,
email?
you made an excellent point right there when
Yeah,
you
no, I
went to
did.
that part of production on that list you're showing right there. I wanted you to expound upon that
Where?
because when you made the point, you said when they were at that stage right there,
Right
you
here.
had to have the money to afford it.
Right. I'm sure enough not what? I'm not paying what they were like, we're not making that. And then we gotta throw it all away. Y'all, we're not gonna make our company go bankrupt messing with y'all. They're like, don't worry about it. We're gonna pay for it. There you go, bro. Most people don't understand that, and I can't make you understand that. My fight is that the poor countries that couldn't
What
afford to play over there in that arena, they got the kibbles and bits, meaning that the United States, England, and all the rich countries, right? They set aside, like you said, some vaccines for the countries that couldn't afford it. But they got to pick of the litter first. And I think that's wild, bro. I think the rich countries should all band together and make sure that all the countries, you know what I'm saying, that don't got the money to buy it at this stage, make sure they get that for the other human beings. That should be everybody's fight. But who am I, though? Who am I?
well, see, now we go back to politics, meaning if you're not part of that 80 countries or how many other countries it was,
You're in
and
trouble.
you're not a part of the WEF,
You're in trouble.
if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know.
If
Hold on. I
you're
don't know. You're tricking me. I don't know what the WE, I don't know what that is.
World Economic Forum,
Okay. All right. Yeah.
because you have a lot of
No, I think they was no. You had countries in that was poor. They still send people to those forums, but they don't got that money, bro. They can't afford to throw. They threw away billions of dollars, bro.
So guess what? We gonna do to start it off with? This a business. Remember, think business. Think you're the CEO of, let's just say, Pfizer, whomever, Moderna, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're all in this thing together, but you can't afford something. So guess what I'll do for you? You got to go in debt to get it. Then I'll give you a loan. You see how it works? Okay,
I
you
don't know
can't.
about that. I don't
Your
know if they did
government.
them like that.
How do you
No, I'm
think?
not sure.
Okay,
They
if
ain't
you
do that.
can't
You made
afford
that up.
weapons,
Oh, you
you're
made
not
that
getting
up.
them for free, bro.
Nah, you made that up.
You're
That's
not
not
getting
true.
weapons for free,
Nah,
bro.
that's not what happened, bro.
You
They
don't.
didn't make nobody going to
Nothing's
no death for no vaccines. You made
nothing is
that
for.
up
Why you not?
because
I
they
will give
didn't
you
make
a
them go into
loan.
debt. Hold on. Hey, listen. Hey,
We'll give
listen.
you a loan.
No, listen. Listen what I'm saying.
I'm
They
just
didn't
giving
go into
context.
no, they
It's these
did
little nuances that we don't
no,
talk
they
about.
didn't go into debt. Look, they didn't let them go into debt. They just ain't give them. They gave them what they want to give them. They gave it to them, yo.
Just like they
Because they was the
gave
only ones that could
just like they
afford it.
gave weapons to Ukraine, right? They just
No, yeah,
gave it
I
to
ain't
them.
talking about no weapons right now. I
It's
don't
the
want to
same
jump around.
thing,
It's not. I want to talk about this. Not gonna let you fake me out and have me in a wild conversation about some guns. Don't got nothing to do with this. I'm saying I don't know about them putting nobody in no debt for no vaccines because there wasn't no vaccines to
I
get
didn't say
because
putting
the
them.
rich
I didn't
countries
say
because the rich
necessarily
countries got all the daggone vaccines and they gave a certain amount to the poor countries. Is what I was saying.
bro.
They ain't make them pay for nothing. Come on, yo, stop that.
Quarterly, we always hear reports. We always hear reports about countries in South America not being able to obtain loans from central banks in Europe.
That's a different conversation, yo.
All of the time. These
I don't
countries
want to.
always need
No,
money and
I know.
funding.
So why? That's a different conversation. I'm not gonna run around the merry-go-round with you.
My point
I
is
want
you
to
have
stay
to be
right
on
here.
this. You have to be with the agenda and
I
on
want
the
to stay
same
right
page.
here.
And a
You
lot
do
of it
not.
is
No, you
a lot
can't
of
jump
it
in like
is
that now, Valley.
going in
No,
debt.
come on, yo.
But let's move on. You made
Yeah,
a
let's
great
move
point with
on.
that though.
I know I did
But
because I'm on top of
let's
my A game. I'm sure I did.
okay. So now, but you see the conversation we having is
Yes.
shifting from what's in humanity's best interest to what's in these private sectors' best interest. So conversation is shifting. I hope you know that.
It ain't shifted. I tried to tell you where the fight was. That all living human beings in a situation like a pandemic should be afforded the opportunity to have the daggone vaccines and not just the people with the money. I said it.
You
But
did say
no,
that. But
y'all don't want to argue that. Y'all want to argue about the vaccines ain't better. You're not gonna win that argument. Vaccines have been official for over 100 damn years, and the shit was official when when West Africans brought the daggone technique to America, and they put the clinical trials on it, and that's the first time in the annals of history that they actually, went through the tests. Right? They was like, no, they wanted to go ahead and start doing it. They were like, no. We're not listening to bunch of slaves, right? Boylston, his name was Boylston. He went to Harvard. He was the doctor, right? And Cotton Mathis, who was the owner of Onesimus, right? And they was looking at it, they was like, man, that's interesting what they doing right there. Man, that's interesting what them slave colonies is doing. They ain't even worried about the smallpox. They say, well, what's the technique? Right? They was like, Cotton Mathis say, well, I'm gonna do it on myself and my kids. And he did it, right? And they made it, right? And Boylston was like, no, that's not how we do it in Harvard. No, we need to do a trial before you start giving it. They was against just giving it to people like that, right? And that's when you get the first clinical trials like that was based off of that. Right? So I'm saying, listen, bro. So to try to act like vaccines ain't safe and effective is a wild argument right there. And it's pseudo argument, and it's not real, and it's not real, and it's not based in science, and it's not based in economics, it's not based in none of that. It's not. Matter of fact, vaccine science, right, is the high level medicine. It's high level. It's better than just medicine, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's testing.
I give you something that's better than money.
No, we ain't doing that, yo. We ain't cutting it on the show, because this could be a clip, and you dive out and my man Mighty Hebrew got me. Now Valley Hebrew. Come on, yo, you messing up the content right now. I'll put you back in a minute. I'm just trying to make a point here, man. I'm not sitting here believing that vaccines are safe and effective. I'm saying those gold standard clinical trials prove that. And I'm saying in the history of 75 years of vaccines, the quote unquote, the side effects argument, after I get it and something go wrong, man, after 30, 40 days, yo, in the history, yo, ain't nothing went wrong.
Let me ask you a question. It's a separate, it's connected, it's related to this, but it's separate from the article you just pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, right, you remember, and you and Juju kind of touched on this early on in the show, right? And it's just a quick question, and then we can move on. You remember early on when they were saying, take this, take that, right?
Who?
Trump and the doctors that were standing next to him.
What?
I said Trump and the community of doctors who were standing next to him.
No, the Trump took all that shit. Trump was the one who took it.
Of course, he let them, but he eventually let them get the microphone after the the sound bites.
You mean after he took it?
After the sound bites, where he didn't take this,
take that. Yeah, people running to get the nonsense. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, that was out of control. Let's talk about how out of control that was. You right, bro. That was crazy.
And now, so that misinformation right
Cedric,
there with doctors.
Got the brother Reggie.
See, and we don't got
love, huh?
We had, and what's crazy is, see, I wish I was in front of my computer, bro, because I would have pulled all those doctors up who were by his side when this information was coming out.
I know, but they wasn't virologists though, yo. They was just doctors, yo. They wasn't experts on that subject.
Dr. Fauci was one of the experts.
I know, but he didn't say nothing about that.
He was standing right next to this dude.
Man, you can be standing next to Trump. He say something wild out of his mouth. Don't mean you was with it. Come on, yo. That's like standing next to me, yo. And
You different. You know what you gonna do? You gonna say, hey, now the statement this dude just made, I don't agree with that.
I'll lose my job.
That's misinformation.
But he ain't
That's like standing next to an Israelite and saying, this is my boy. I believe in God now because he's my boy. Oh man. That'd be
but so two things before we get to this article, and then we can go back to the point that Juju made about the spread, the mass spread of You know, the mass spread incident. We gonna get there.
The what?
The mass spread event.
Juju already beat you up. She
The
caught you.
mass spread event that took
She
place.
already
We gonna
beat you.
get there.
She
We gonna
de-toothed you,
get
yo.
there.
She
We gonna get
de-toothed
there.
you. She was like a
She
whole
deep.
article ahead of
She
you.
deep diving right now. She
No, she
going down
not.
a rabbit hole.
She's supposed to been gone. She ain't deep down. I think she gone. You gone, Juju? You still up there?
No,
What you
she
gonna do?
deep
I'm
diving
still
right now.
here.
She
Did
there.
you tell that man you killed him with the
She
whole
deep diving.
hypothesis?
He bleeding out. I know he
He
dizzy right
bleeding
now.
out, yo. He finally got enough heart to say it, Juju. Now he want to talk about the thing that you already talked about, and you gave him the test. The whole
We
thing,
ain't
how the time. She got you, yo.
we ain't there yet. Okay, so
Oh,
now
okay, he
you
don't want to go
have
there yet, Juju. We're gonna hold it. Go ahead.
yeah, so now you got if you remember, this is a transition from Biden to Trump during this time period, right? This is a
Okay.
transition, or from Trump to Biden.
Okay.
Biden now is coming in, starting to give speeches. He gives a speech when he comes in 2020, and he makes an announcement. And that was the other short video I sent you.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to play that, but he uses keywords and code words
Who?
during that speech. Biden,
Who?
I sent it to you.
He used code word.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all is
Hey,
crazy.
this nigga trolling now. Now he trolling.
He
You
used
gotta be
key
trolling.
language.
You gotta be trolling.
Okay, if
Gotta
I'm
be trolling.
trolling, then in about
Oh man.
1 minute, we'll see if I'm trolling.
What? What you think
So
Biden was? So
So
what was
basically, that
Biden?
okay,
nigga
so
talking makes it
separately,
sound like
Hey,
brother
hey, we're gonna
Polite
stop. Hey, we call them ninjas over here. We
like
ain't
the
gonna.
ninjas. So basically, that
separately,
white ninja throw up the Mason sound like brother Polite. He doing what I'm saying.
a Mason sign. Nah, bro,
Yeah,
you
we
that's
done.
The Illuminati.
this
So
ain't
what is
that
they
ain't got nothing
doing?
to do with
Like,
nothing.
I'm not trying to figure. What is you saying they doing? Like it's a big conspiracy or something. Like,
We-
Don't mention pedo light over
I've
here,
never
please.
mentioned a conspiracy yet.
yeah,
I've never
we
mentioned. We're not
Hey,
talking
Nile
listen.
Valley,
conspiracy. Remember,
know what you're saying. It sounded like
Gangsta Brew,
it's going toward the
Hold
conspiracy
on, we
type
gotta chill
of
look
out.
at this.
Hey,
No,
listen.
no,
Gangsta
sir.
Brew.
Because you
Did you
are
hear me?
probably. Are you a
Nazir, I know you
businessman,
hear me
Now Valley?
talking. Just give me 10 seconds, okay, please.
I'm talking to Nazir Lee. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Nazir.
we don't use a pedo light's name over here, please and thank you. Please don't mention that name again, please. Alive over here.
What,
Call
Please
the
and thank you.
light.
what is that right there?
The man's name you said.
One is in prison for unlawful acts
Hey,
against the
I ain't. Hey,
dangerous.
that's stupid for me. You didn't stop me to say. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead,
ain't using
Nazir. Nazir
Yeah,
Lee.
we
That
ain't
was stupid
using
for her to even stopping me.
It
Pull
wasn't. She's
that
giving the
up,
rules and
man.
regulations. She's giving the rules and regulations. We don't say that name over
Pull
here.
the video up before you get to this
Man, that's
article.
dumb, man.
It ain't done. We ain't gonna say his name, yo. Why we gonna say his name?
Hey,
All right, what's
hey,
the code words you think we using? I'm pulling it up. Let me see if I
okay,
can
look,
use
when
this.
you pull that up, also Google Operation Dark Winter. This is a 2001 U.S.
Oh, you doing a dog,
pandemic.
man.
This is a 2001 pandemic event, just like the 2019 event.
Operation Dark Winter. Hey,
Woodchuck the Gray Squirrel. Woodchuck the Gray Squirrel. Come here, Gray
Hey,
Squirrel.
that brother said, that ninja said, Operation Dark Winter. It's too red. We on PlayStation.
All right, here we go. Joe Biden. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna play it. All right, hold on. All right, what is you doing right here now? Y'all crazy. I'm gonna appease you. Come on, here you go. All right, here we go. Come on, man. Juju, you don't got the controls? Let me put you right here.
No.
What's going on, Cedric?
Peace, family, peace. I was waiting for an opportunity to ask, what is the premise that is being established here? Or what is it?
We in a rabbit who's running us around him. He's trying to, what you trying to do?
Yeah, because I need an anchor.
Initially, what I stated was this. I don't know if the brother Cedric just coming on, but we had a conversation a few days ago to get context and the backstory. And I was cut off while giving my personal reasons as to why I made a choice or a decision not to get poked. A specific poke. Hold on, a specific poke. And
Yeah, here you
then
go.
I
That's his
also,
logic.
and then I said that when I
No,
came on the
they
show
ain't. No,
today,
stick to your logic,
I
yo.
said, wait a minute. I said, I'm an advocate for
He's
them,
not. Tell him
for
he's
the
not.
pokes. And
Tell
I've
him he's
been
not.
fully, my children have been fully, my wife has been fully, but we chose to set that out. So now I'm giving you the backstory of why I chose to set it
Malcolm,
out.
big up to Malcolm.
And I said, you got to look at this from a business perspective.
No.
Okay, so no. Okay. I'm hearing your argument. So again, you have an anecdotal claim about your incredulity, which informed your decision not to get quote unquote poked. Okay, I get it. Okay, all right. Now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
tethered. Now I'm tethered firmly. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
Okay, because at the time,
Hey,
my initial
Nazir Lee, I
thinking
never got
was
a chance to tell you, Nazir
for
Lee.
that brother. My
Nazir
initial
Lee.
thinking was I'm gonna
Nazir
sit
Lee.
back and wait till the smoke clear and let the clinical trials fully process. I'm gonna see some of these adverse effects that I see around
But
people
that's all
around
it
me that's
was, though.
taking it. That's
That's all it
around me that's
was.
taking it. No, I'm saying at the time this was my thought process. I said I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna see some of these adverse effects that I see people that's taking it. I'm gonna sit back for a while.
Okay, just
So
a second.
eventually I said to myself, I'm gonna get it, but I said I'm gonna wait. That was my initial thought process.
Mhm.
Okay, so
So
now we can.
at the point that it was distributed and made available, the clinical trials and the studies were already completed.
I didn't trust them 2 weeks later. I'll be honest with you. I didn't
Okay.
trust them in that short time span.
Okay.
At the time,
Again,
I didn't trust them
so,
at the time.
okay. Again. Okay. So okay, now
Like he had virologists or something. Like he worked with
yeah, again, in
No,
your
I was a skeptical. I was a skeptical human being who probably was wrong.
You was.
Who probably was wrong.
You definitely was.
But I'm just giving you the backstory. That's
yeah,
all.
yeah. I'm hearing you. Okay. Okay, now I'm firmly tethered. Let's go down the rabbit hole. Let's see what this evidence you present for your position.
Okay, so you got Joe Biden here. If this is the right clip, it's about a minute or something.
Yep.
Okay, all right, let's play that.
All right. Hold on. Let me see. Wait. All right, let's play it. I want to get this out the way. Let that go. Click, 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 click. Ooh, yeah. All right, here we go.
Your reaction, and just 40% of Americans say they would definitely agree to take a coronavirus vaccine if it was approved by the government. What steps would you take to give Americans confidence in a vaccine if it were approved?
Make sure it's totally transparent. Have the scientists of the world see it, know it, look at it, go through all the processes. And by the way, this is the same fellow who told you this is going to end by Easter last time. This is the same fellow who told you that, don't worry, we're going to end this by the summer. We're about to go into a dark winter. And he has no clear plan, and there's no prospect that there's going to be a vaccine available for the majority of the American people before the middle of next year.
President Trump, your reaction, he says you have no plan.
We're going to have a dark winter and at all. We're opening up.
Stop. Now Trump talking about it too. Now I want you to note, dark winter. Key words they're using. I want you to Google right now. I can pull up the article. You can pull up the wiki. You can pull it up on wiki. Type in Operation Dark Winter from 2001. This is what they're referring to.
Nah, says you. I'm not listening to you. I know
Okay,
better.
well, when you read it, you can say, no, Nazir, I don't agree with you.
Can we finish listening to it though?
Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Up our country. We've learned and studied and understand the disease, which we didn't at the beginning. When I closed and banned China from coming in heavily infected and at all, we're opening up.
Reaction, he says you have no plan.
We're going to have a dark winter and at all. We're opening up our country. We've learned and studied and understand the disease, which we didn't at the beginning. When I closed and banned China from coming in heavily infected and then ultimately Europe, but China was in January. Months later, he was saying I was xenophobic. I did it too soon. Now he's saying, oh, I should have, moved quicker. But he didn't move quicker. He was months behind me, many months behind me. And frankly, he ran the H1N1 swine flu, and it was a total disaster, far less lethal, but it was a total disaster. Had that had this kind of numbers, 700,000 people would be dead right now, but it was a far less lethal.
So we played all that to hear the dark winter, yo. That's what you trying to
Yeah,
tell
now
us, man?
type in Dark Winter, and I'm gonna tell you
No, we're
some of
not gonna
what
do
we
that.
were
I
hearing
got
right
it.
there.
Can I go
Because
ahead and kill him one more
he
time?
actually
Can I please go ahead and kill him
Trump
one more
Go
disagrees
ahead
time?
with
and
you.
kill him.
Trump disagrees with you, Juju.
All right, let me tell you about Dark Winter. You ready for it?
Hey, can you pull it up on your
So
phone, Juju?
basically, I don't
Can
think
we
a lot of people
can we
understand.
see it with
I'm
you?
No,
talking,
we're not talking at
Nasir.
the same time. We ain't
Okay.
talking.
Jesus. I don't think people understand that the government will attempt to, but science definitely tries to say proactively. Hence why they use GOF. If you don't like GOF, that's not my problem. That is a part of science, especially in virology. All you got to do is look it up. And they've been doing GOF on lots of stuff, so that's nothing new. And they also have like what you call a fail safe or a parameter to contain GOF, right? You should understand that. But Dark Winter, it was a scenario. It was done by John Hopkins Civilian Biodefense Studies, and it wanted to gauge our readiness if there ever indeed was a type of biological warfare. Except for this was, bioterrorism. But this was with smallpox. So two different scenarios. Smallpox, we have a vaccine for that, right? We have remedies for that. COVID-19 is novel. We did not. So this scenario with Dark Winter 2001 would not have fit at all, or in any way measure accurately in a prediction to tell us how the COVID-19 epidemic would have went. One, it didn't have, when we started, it was novel. We didn't have a vaccine. A whole other scenario, a whole different type of readiness, preparedness that you need to be at. So it was based around the smallpox. It did show that we were not prepared. We were not ready for any type of bioterrorism on a large scale. And because of that, it enacted some things. Oh dang, I lost it. But it enacted a law. So led to the creation of Project BioShield 2004, which funded vaccine stockpiles. But you got to understand, these is vaccines of diseases we already have the vaccines for. So I don't understand how that would fit in the scenario of COVID-19.
No, see, he was trying to say the dark winter meant what though, Nazi Lee?
You got to look at what both of them said.
No, I'm asking you, what are
Biden,
you saying the dark winter mean when they said it?
Okay, but it just means it just means a pandemic event. And that's why Biden said we're headed towards the dark winter, and Trump keyword said, I don't think we're headed towards the dark winter. You think they just saying that for no reason?
Hold on.
I'm asking the question, Juju. When Trump said, I don't think we're headed towards a dark winter, why is he responding?
You said a dark winter is what?
Why is he responding to Biden's usage?
Hold on, yo. They saying
of
the dark winter is what?
I'm sorry. I said,
pandemic.
why is Trump responding to the accusation?
No. What are you saying a dark winter means?
It's a pandemic event.
Well, we
meaning
already
we're
was in a
headed
pandemic
towards,
though, yo.
No, not
already...
to the degree that it had got.
Can I have the floor for a second?
Not to the degree that it had got by the end of 2020.
Can I have the floor for a second? You know that these pandemics and international outbreaks are studied. Their simulations are done. There was an actual simulation being exercise being conducted in Wuhan, in China, previous to the pandemic outbreak. These kind of terms are classifications. You see, the term is being used because of a study conducted by John Hopkins University. When they are briefing the presidents and the state senators, etc., they use these terms when they're explaining possible scenarios. So when they use the term dark winter, they understand what they are modeling. It's no conspiracy. You see, when the pandemic arose, terms there is no conspiracy. When the pandemic arose, terms like social distancing, these are terms that are used in epidemiology. It's these standard terms that are used when you're explaining models. Like we use terms like vector. You would hear them use a vector. Doesn't mean it's a conspiracy. it means they're using the terms that are within the nomenclature of the type of event we're dealing with.
Yeah, the paradigms and realms of their particular study. Yeah, Cedric on
Beautiful,
point. Hey,
beautiful.
Cedric, I agree with that. Cedric, you killed it, big brother. I love that.
Beautiful breakdown, Cedric.
Nile Valley Hebrew agree with that, Cedric.
Nile Valley Hebrew.
What's up, big dog?
Did you now understand that Operation Dark Winter is not a video game?
It sounds like a bunch of black ninjas that's cold. That's all
I'm saying not if Juju's ready.
They got truth. Nah.
All right, man. You on CPS, bro.
Cedric just broke it down.
You're not trying to have a real conversation.
No,
bro.
bro.
Never mind.
I am. Cedric just broke it down to you. It
I'm
couldn't be
saying,
no more clear.
You said it sounded like a video game.
Yeah, but I know. I'm saying the way he was
Where you at, Juju?
Well, Cedric just broke it down. It's
I've been
plain
worked out.
simple. He broke it down for the layman to understand. He broke it down for everybody to understand, so we have no ambiguity about it.
But I'm saying Juju, but before he read that, before he broke it down, Juju explained the event.
No. It's two different. Hold on. We got it. Hold on. Hey, Juju, we got it.
It's a simulation, my guy.
She right.
There's no event.
Right.
I told you, y'all talking two different
They call them.
No, we're not. He's the one that brought up Dark Winter 2001. Him.
Yeah, he brought it up.
Yeah,
so
that's
hold
what
on.
I'm saying.
They call them events.
We're not talking about the thing. I'm telling you exactly what it was. He's trying to make it what it is.
Well, we actually put the video. Hold on, everybody, chill out. Hey, hold on for a minute. We actually put the video in the daggone thing. See? All right. Okay. So let's talk about what the phrase meant in that presidential debate. Okay. It say in the final presidential debate, October 22, 2020, Joe Biden used the term dark winter to describe the challenging period he anticipated the United States would face due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He emphasized the potential convergence of rising COVID-19 cases with the annual flu season, suggesting that without a clear, effective plan, the nation could experience severe health and economic hardships. That's what the hell he was meaning when he said that. Donald Trump responds. In contrast, President Donald Trump responded to Biden's assertion by expressing optimism. He stated, I don't know if we're going to have a dark winter at all. It say, we're opening up our country. Trump was wild. Trump aimed to reassure the public, suggesting that advancements in understanding of the virus and ongoing efforts to reopen the economy would prevent dire scenarios Biden described. Thus, the term dark winter became a focal point in their debate, highlighting their differing perspectives on pandemic's trajectory and the necessary measures to address it. All right, so we did that. So, okay. Yes, so they was referring to a dark winter during the presidential debate. He also respectively referring to the pandemic event and challenging assertions with COVID-19. He used the term was meant to emphasize the severity and complexity of upcoming winter season, given the rising infection rate, hospitalization, and potential strain on the healthcare system. Now watch this. The context of the meaning. Biden used dark winter to warn about the difficult months ahead because of the COVID-19, suggesting that without effective measures, the situation could worsen. We go down to Donald Trump. Donald Trump responded, downplaying the severity, right, of Biden's prediction, arguing that the U.S. was reopening and recovering. Now you come right here, historical operation. This is what you talked about. You trying to make them talk about that. They wasn't. Now, the phrase dark winter also refers to, this is what Juju was talking about, the 2001 bioterrorism simulation called Operation Dark Winter, which simulated the smallpox outbreak, right, to assess the U.S. government's response to the bio attack. This stimulation highlighted vulnerabilities in the public health infrastructure and emergency response systems. So it had nothing to do with that, right? Come on, man. It says, yes, Biden's reference to Dark Winter was about a pandemic event focused on the challenging and dangerous COVID-19 winter. The term also carried a symbolic weight due to historical assertion of bioterrorism and what's this preparedness. Operation Dark Winter adding a layer of gravity to his warning about the pandemic.
Why can't we
And he
just
said,
agree that it's
I'm
related,
saying,
man? Like, why does it
when
have
he,
to be
when,
like we had odds
when
against
he
each other
said,
over
he said we're
right
gonna
now?
open up our country. Said he was reading it. You was reading it. Then you stopped at
So
the
I'm gonna
part
make
where he said we're
let
gonna
me finish
open
my
up our
point.
country. He
The
said
way you used
that brother
it, yo. The way you used that, yo, was out of context, yo.
Did you see the summary?
Yes, yes, I agree with the summary.
Okay. The summary is saying exactly what I said.
No, the way you use it was wild.
They were using
The
this.
way you used it, come on, Nazi, at least stop. The way you did, I
Tell
like
me
the way.
tell me how I used it
No,
wrong.
let's not play the BS. You mentioned 2001, Dark Winter, and you said go read the article on that.
What was your
Juju,
point
if
you
you
was trying
read
to
the
make?
summary,
I know.
it
What was the point
clearly
you were trying to make, though?
Always
that
read
is
this, read that. You've made us read 10 articles. What is your point?
we read 2 articles.
10.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You trying to say what about the dog? You trying to say it was a
Okay.
what? Go ahead. Watch.
So
Pull it together.
Trump, this is how you know Trump knew immediately when he used that term what he was referring to. Biden didn't give him a definition of what he meant. So Shadrick is right. Like behind the scenes, they're briefed on these events, current issues that are going on, etc. They're already briefed by the scientists or by their staff or what have you, because he immediately knew what he was referring to by saying,
No, they told you what he was referring to. It just said it held a double meaning.
yes.
Yeah.
So when I
Okay. So your
use the
point is
when I
what though?
say
What's the point?
so when I say it has a double
No, how
meaning,
does relate back to business though?
Yeah, yo, come on, bro.
okay,
Tie it together.
we
We ain't
gonna
forget where he was at.
we
I
gonna
wouldn't
get
go
you
the
there.
don't
long
We
way
see the
gonna
like
get
that.
feel
there.
of it.
We gonna get there.
So
So
none of this
then
makes sense,
another
bro.
key thing Trump said is that I'm opening up the borders.
Are we
God.
losing viewers because of him?
No, we had 6. Yeah, we was. No, we good. We almost back at 70.
Nah, we lost about 10, 15.
One because of Nazi.
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Najee.
Nazi. Go ahead.
Let me get off
Okay,
of you.
so
Don't let it ride me.
another key thing.
Cedric, you gonna co-host? I'm finna go work out. I can't.
Nah,
do
go ahead. Juju's listen up. I got it.
it.
Go ahead.
So you got another key thing that Trump said is that I'm opening up the border, and this goes back to Juju's point. Now, I do have another article, but if you type
Slow down, my brother.
if you type up,
Brother Najib.
Go ahead.
When you say this leads to my next point, and when Trump said he's opened up the border, you're supposed to clarify what that means. Because when he say open up the border, this was based on international travel being suspended. So those borders was actually our airways primarily, because freight was still open to freight was still moving back and forth.
Just like the Panama Canal, Cedric.
Freight was moving back and forth, but you remember it was delayed. It was delayed
So
significantly
my point is when Trump referred to the borders being opening, it was referring to our airways and international travel via our airports.
I agree with the statement you just made. I appreciate the
Go ahead.
context. So at the time he says that I'm opening up the borders. Now the reason why I'm bringing that up is because it goes back to, well, how did this spread? And I think if we look at the model of Cuba, it all makes sense how it spread it and how this mass spread occurred. If you remember, the first incident that we heard about, while I'm talking about this, pull up Cuba COVID-19, because we get to see their response. And I think Cuba is a great model that we actually need to study more in the scientific community, because I agree with their vaccine schedule down there in Cuba. It's one of the healthiest places on the planet. But pull up Cuba
What? You agree with their
COVID-19.
vaccine schedule? What?
I agree with their vaccine
Man,
schedule. I
they
think
make their own
sometimes we
vaccine,
can
yo. But they
we can
make
overdo it, man. But that's my personal opinion. That's not nothing to, don't take me at my word, but that's
All
just
right,
me.
let me address this point though. Your whole thing about this vaccine, that vaccine is made the same way as all vaccine was. The difference was they use a safer technology. They even got safer for you. That's the difference, yo. They're better than the previous ones.
Yeah, I think
my goodness.
I think it's a technology which confuses people. Now,
Yeah.
no one today would think about sending a letter when you have an email address. Why would scientists go through the process of in vitro breeding animals, infecting them, getting the antibodies, having to refine them, then some being not degenerated properly, which can lead to live viruses. All of this we bypass by hijacking a natural system of the body. Our body produces proteins. Every cell can produce proteins. Our technology has advanced us to the state where we can actually isolate the active ingredient of a virus. So the same way we harness the active ingredients from plants to know exactly the working components, we can do that now with viruses. What we do then is we can reproduce this specific protein. And the way the body works, it tells you that we won't be able to mutate our DNA. Because once your body produces proteins that are alien, your body's natural immune response will kick in. So once you get a quote unquote the COVID vaccine, within 2 weeks, there is nothing left but IgG and IgM, which is your body's natural immune response, which your body now is able to encode quicker, the same way as if you were got naturally infected with a higher risk of dying, or you get another type of vaccine with higher risk of getting live viruses and less effective, because your body produces these can reproduce these spikes or these specific proteins with almost 100% accuracy.
Greetings, people. Greetings.
So
I
again,
got some
it's
pushback to that,
ignorant.
Cedric, but
All
I'll
right,
let
hold
you
on. Let's get the
sidetrack.
next call again in. Let's take the next call again. Ingredients. What's going on? What's on
Yeah,
your mind?
this is E to the Great, aka E to the Black to Lek, first, second, and third, all in one. What's happening, brother? Aunt and the panel. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, you know who I am, brother. All right.
Is this Issa? Is this Islam?
This is the Islam. Islam, you're funny enough. Yes, that's me, brother. That's me.
Hell no, boy.
I've noticed that I had to push in because I've been waiting to be called up, but obviously this is something. I just wanted to say to brother Cedric, have you taken into account, number one, that our biological system has evolved over so much time to all of a sudden change it so quickly, where we have a new set of immunity responses to a new virus, so to speak, and how that affects the brain as well. And also, so that's the first point.
Because stop. Let's take it point for point. Since you asked me to start, let's not.
Let me just finish this bit as well. So I want you
No.
It's part of it. It's part of it.
I want to answer this piece.
I know it's part of it, though. I want you to. I heard you, brother. I heard you. I understand.
So I'm not going to respond. If you can.
Everybody freeze the conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Freeze the conversation.
I'm not giving you a
Hold
second
on.
point.
Everybody freeze.
Yeah.
You can't get far out there, yo. The mumble jumble far too far. You made a good statement. You gotta stop right there. We gotta slow the conversation down. Seriously. Go ahead and answer that real quick, Cedric, then let's get back to it.
The whole idea of having an immune response is something that your body's been doing from the moment you were born. Every breath you take, you are invaded with foreign agents, where your body has to respond to it by means of its immune system. Your immune system is a memory bank of infections that have occurred over a lifetime. Now, once the body or society gets attacked with a novel virus by zoonotic jump, it can have extreme effects before the virus itself harmonizes. No virus wants to kill its host too quickly. Why? Then it doesn't get a chance to reproduce. So a virus going to eventually harmonize. In the meantime, it can kill significant amount of people. We've seen that throughout history. With the advance of our medical technology over the last 200 years, we have developed things called vaccines. Vaccines reproduce simply what the body has been conditioned and trained to do, and what it does on a regular, which is develop a defense mechanism from the invading factors around it. So the world wants to kill you, and your body is trained to deal with that. So there is no excessive effect or extreme effect other than natural when regards to this novel virus. You see the deaths that it caused, and the vaccine, which trains the body to fight these infections. No vaccine has ever been developed that prevents infection or doesn't make you to some degree sick. The thing is, it doesn't allow you to end up in the hospital or die. Your body has a better chance of fighting off the infection once encountered. Now you can have the second part.
And this is why you should have let me finish, because I would only making 2 points: the increase in ADHD and autism, and that's what my point was in regards to the effects on the brain.
Hold on,
because,
hold on, the what?
Yeah.
The what?
Huh?
The what?
Increase in ADHD and autism. Yeah,
two
autism.
different things.
Yeah, they're two different things. But they relate to the brain and dopamine.
The increase of where from where? The increase of what from where?
So throughout the history that we know about these brain conditions, if you look at how much is multiplied amongst the people, it's really increased in the last, I think, 10 years.
Oh, not because of you ain't saying because of vaccines, are you? Let me add this in real quick, yo. It is increased because our ability to understand it and actually, what's the word I want to use?
Diagnose.
Yes, diagnose. Yeah, there you go. Yes. That's why it increased, bro. But go ahead. Why you think it increased? Go ahead.
Okay. Exactly. That's why I wanted a response. So my point was, you're saying diagnose it, but we're talking about behavior. So they've diagnosed this type of behavior for over 40 years, bro. So there's no real issue in diagnosing.
It's not true.
Autism?
No, I'm trying to tell you, yo, ADHD and all that stuff, they just got better at diagnosing it, man. Come on, yo.
Hold on, wait, brother, wait. The
explanation. What are you saying going on? No, what are you trying? Are you trying to say vaccine? Hold on. I don't gotta wait. Are you trying to say that vaccines got something to do with that? Just get to it.
That's what I'm putting on the table, brother.
Oh, you ain't putting it on the table. Ain't no table
for
that.
Where's some literature?
Yeah, get some literature. There ain't no.
There is. It was just a couple.
Source up an article. We want to see some literature. Just the homework, source up or shut up. You know that, right?
There's no issue for shut up. I'll put that to Cedric because of what he said.
That's our slogan, dear.
That's the slogan, bro.
Source
that's
up
fine. That's fine.
That's what we say. So do you have a research paper?
Pseudo alert. The alarm system has went off. We detect a pseudo.
I asked the question.
You're under arrest.
Okay.
Pseudo vaccines. Anything with autism. There, I got a whole. You got thousands and thousands of studies that say that read the work by Peter Hotez. That vaccines did not cause my daughter's autism. That's the name of the daggone book, bro. You made that up. There is no scientific evidence that ever said that. As a matter of fact, your main man that's at the HHS these days, he's the one to keep promoting that nonsense and foolery.
He sent him.
Listen carefully, y'all. Brother, listen. Brother, listen.
Wait a minute, my brother. Let me
All I said, all I did,
respond to your inquiry and no, your claim. First of
it
all,
wasn't a claim. It was a question. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying.
No,
My actual claim. My actual
that's no
claim
question. You made a
No,
statement.
we don't like the way you do
was a
that.
statement. What was the
your
statement?
You made a
assertion
rhetorical statement.
is completely arbitrary
Yeah,
because
I
there is
asked
no
a question to Cedric based on
Can
what
I
he said.
answer you? Can I answer you? First of all, your assertion of a connection between an increase in
Straw man
ADHD
like a
and autism and vaccines is completely without evidence and therefore can be dismissed without evidence. It is
That's
completely
your answer.
arbitrary.
I appreciate that.
Calm down. Furthermore,
Do you have ADHD?
I do.
like,
And autism.
okay, bro. Slow down. Like Ankh already explained, our ability to diagnose these symptoms with ADHD and autism, for example. We now use autism. We see autism as a spectrum, and as we continue to develop, these things are going to be refined more. Right? That's just a matter of fact. Before children on the spectrum were considered to be retarded, etc. We continue to refine our technology and our ability to diagnose these cases, and that's why we see an increase, especially with regards to people being on the spectrum. Right? You will see an increase in autism. And there is absolutely no link between autism and vaccines. Again, the mechanisms at play would mean that we all would have autism because all our bodies produce IgG and IgM, which are agents which attack and deal with your body's invaders. Right? So to say that something that triggers your natural response fuels autism means that autism would be at a much higher rate because natural infections trigger your immune system. So even based on your arbitrary assertion, I am using hard facts to prove that assertion cannot be made. So please do not continue along this line of questioning.
I have a question.
Yeah, so
I have a question.
Based on that model, Cedric, it can be. He's wrong. Based on the model.
I know you hear me speaking. Dang, are you serious?
Sister, I'm not talking.
No, I don't care.
No, she's actually a host, bro. She's a host, bro. You gotta calm down.
Right, but she got a care though. She said she don't
Thank
care.
you, you
gotta care, Juju. You gotta at least care.
I gotta care.
You said you gotta at least care. You said I don't care. You gotta at least
I don't care. I
Oh,
don't.
that was funny. That was funny.
Oh, care for what?
I don't know. That was funny. It was
Anyway, Cedric, so can you explain what is a HGG? What are those proteins? Are those considered cytokines? That's my question.
There is a cytokine reaction that takes place. These are produced by T cells as well. You have the CD4 and the CD8, which produce interleukin and also produce cytokines. For example, cytokines are the first reaction that takes place before the IgGs and IgMs are produced. These are the immunoglobulins that actually model the virus and shuts it down, which they form like a synthesis which renders denaturalizes the virus itself. But the cytokines are these initial responses which corral around the virus and produce these heavy mucus. For example, with COVID virus, what would happen? People would die of pneumonia, or they would drown from the excess cytokine production from the initial production around their lungs. Right? You would get a high cytokine.
Because of no vaccine.
Because of no vaccine, right? With a vaccine, your body already has IgM floating around, which detects the virus at a much earlier rate, which produces the IgGs, which will attack the virus directly, which reduces the cytokine and these other responses. So you're absolutely right. Thank you.
Cedric, so it wasn't a point, and I explained to you why, because my personal other theory is
stop. I'm not entertaining your personal.
No. All right, forget you. I'm saying the point is for those that are listening.
Did you say your own personal?
Yeah,
brother, listen.
No.
Brother, wait. Not you, Cedric. Not you. So we follow with rituals, right? With firm rituals as part of our culture. Which, if we look at how the system has changed so much, we can then relate those people that it really stuck to their nature of their brain functioning. They would appear to be the ADHD, autistic type people. So I'm saying there's several theories that I have. But that wasn't even the main point. I was going to get to CRISPR, and then to answer the actual question of the.
We're talking about vaccines.
You talking about what?
He was going to get.
No, I know.
Oh,
Let's talk. Yeah.
I think it just got a little dirty.
You know CRISPR, bro?
Hey man, we're not bringing up.
You don't know about CRISPR? Come on now, brother.
Gene editing, bro. We know what the heck CRISPR is.
Oh, you know what it is?
Conversation. You just throwing stuff at the wall at this point, bro. That's what
okay, brother.
Grabbing.
Brother.
The heart level program and the
listen, brother. I hear you. What right. So my actual point. Was.
Yeah. Hold on. That's right. Hold on. You're overexcited. I know the alarm system must have scared you a little bit. You know, breathe. Take your time. I know the super alert kind of got you a little shook up. That normally happens when the pseudo start and that thing go off. It kind of get them. So calm down, brother. Take it.
Okay.
What is your
Here you go.
While listening?
Right.
Because all over the place. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Does anybody know what he's talking about? He's been talking like 30 minutes.
Brother.
I just
the reason I was
his autism claim, and now he's gone to
the actual what I was waiting for was if the vaccine topic was going to finish, because I answered the question why misinformation sticks so hard in the black community, and my answer to that was because we don't focus on psychology. That was my actual point. Yeah,
you are over the place.
No. I've made it clear. Vaccine. My question for Cedric was separate. It went on too long. Yeah.
Right, you saying we don't go over the psychology? So what would your psychology be?
Okay.
What in the hell would make you say CRISPR, vaccines, autism in the same sentence?
ADHD.
What in the hell is going on?
I'll explain. It was something which you were talking about the vaccines. You were talking about the vaccines.
You said autism. ADHD.
Who the heck is that talking?
Let me get in here and talk to this man for a minute. Let me tell him something. Stick to the wall. I just know it. I had to come from the depths. I come from the planet. Get the pseudos. Whenever I hear them pseudos talking, I come on down, man.
Let's
Check
see.
this out, man. I know you back in the day.
Psychology. Don't forget psychology.
What in the world did this man just say? That the misinformation sticks hard in the black community because of something.
Listen, I'm talking.
It sticks because of people like you. We don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Is all catching chicken?
That's our regular schedule program. Cannot believe it. What are we listening to, man?
Okay. You ready? Now,
This is a science-based channel, sir. You can't get that off of here. You got alarms going off. You got the voice from beyond coming to get you.
I understand there's anxiety here, and there's a feeling of the need to prove that you know something. Now, my point was psychology. Ask the question there, brother. Wait. The question: why misinformation is so hard in the black community, right? And I'm suggesting it's because we do not focus on the subject of psychology in relation to our people. I agree, all the other subjects are important, but the main focus needs to be psychology.
We're talking about
okay. You ask the question. There you go.
You went from autism.
Because you were talking about the vaccines.
To psychology.
I get what you're trying. You're trying to switch it. Hold on, let me help you out. You're trying to shift. You're trying to shift
I literally said that when I came in.
I keep staying. I'm just gonna go. I
literally said that when I came in.
No.
You're all talking about vaccines.
Get me in that mood, and I just gotta stay because.
Oh my God!
I know what you're trying to do, Islam. I'm playing with you.
Because I wanted to change the subject.
I'm with you. I'm on your side.
I thought it was rude to just come in and change the subject. So I then thought, you know what? Let me throw something on the subject. Now, if you lot are willing,
now we're gonna hold on. We need a moment of silence to clear all that out of our head. Hold on, everybody, be quiet.
And his community.
What was it?
I'm dying.
What's that?
We're
trying to clear our head, man. We're trying to clear our head. Okay, now let's move on to what you're trying to talk about. You're trying to say it's we don't deal with the psychology of our people enough. That's what you're saying, right?
I'm saying in every conversation that we have, right?
Okay.
Whether it be economics, whether it be cults, whether it be conspiracy theories.
Okay.
We generally, it seems, do not focus on the things that let's say you do, because when you come with what was it? Black atheism.
Yeah.
God killer, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I always respected about you was that you evolved with your ideas, you know, what you believed in, then you thought about them, and then you seem to have hit the nail on the head with the main problem is our belief in the concept of God, and then that governed all the other foolishness. That's how I saw you and respected you from years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is,
go ahead.
So what I'm saying is
different
that we've kind of got a lot of in the mishmash where, how can I put it?
We do brain shows though, right? We deal with
I don't know how to put it.
The brain shows. Go ahead.
Okay, you do brain shows. I agree, but
with all the fat, all the what's it called?
No, don't get him off the point. Let me make this correlation.
Can we correlate? Can we correlate the psychology? Can we make a correlation?
What are you talking about?
Stick on the
correlation. Wait a minute.
I'm trying to. Can I finish what I'm saying?
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Religion affects everything they do, and you were going to juxtapose that to go.
No, I said God. I didn't say religion. I said God.
Whatever. Go.
No. Okay. One of the things is, hold on. One sec. One of the things is listening skills. I didn't say religion. I said the God concept.
And I corrected myself. God, not
continue. Yeah, no, I know. And I'm saying listening skills in general. So my point is, when I say God, we're talking about the concept in the mind.
Get your thoughts together. We're going to do this for you.
I'm just making, let me know. Right, so I'm saying, when we have a program, if we look at it, the brain is a computer, right? The brain is a computer, okay? It has a program of God. Now, you've got various different definitions and concepts around this concept of God, which can determine your behavior for success or failure, depending on who you are, right? Now, we've taken on various concepts of God, cultures, all kind of different things, and this is our main problem. is that we might jump from, let's say, disbelieving in God and become an atheist, not talking about you, Ankh, but then we jump to another culture, another bunch of concepts which make us act and think in the wrong way. Do you understand? And I'm saying once we get that correct, then all of this stuff will be easy. So when we have our brother, what's the one that
brother, you need
to
condense your arguments a little bit more. If you want to have a conversation, you make a point, right? And then that point is addressed. You don't, from the moment you start to reach to conclusions and do as if we agree with these premises, it causes for a flawed conversation. For I don't agree with 99% of what you just said.
Brilliant. But I gave an example. So me just saying that caused a misunderstanding.
All right, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute, Issa. It's time to take a break. We got to catch our breath. Man, I want y'all to catch this Zoom event right here. Okay? We didn't drop the link. Show some support. Interviews with the experts. All right? Dr. Samaka Keita. All right? Bioanthropology. It's coming on. The conversation, man, at high levels, man. Y'all know what this is. You know what it is, man. We're going to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours with this, man, doing what we need to do. Get your questions together. Get it ready. Man, share the link with your friends, man. And we're going to have a great evening with the expert right here, man. Man, support the war chest, man, to get us in the game, man. Need your support. All right, we're doing our thing. And let's sell some of these tickets, man. Y'all support, man. We here. We're here to make sure we get conversations at high levels with the experts. That's why it's certain language we don't want to use, man. We want to make sure that these platforms is ready for these African Americans, man, to do their thing, man. We got a couple of them scheduled, man. What I'm saying is, man, let's do this thing. We want these brothers to want to come over here. We want these sisters to come over here to know that we're serious, right? So we are serious about our learning and our information, and we want to make sure y'all support the brother, man. We want to make sure he get a good check because he deserve it, bro. All right? Yeah, man, that's it right there. Interviews with the experts, man. I dropped the link right there. Make sure y'all support it. We like to have fun over here, man. And, you know, we're going to keep the dialogue flowing and going, man. So that's what it is. Go ahead, Issa. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you need to
Dr. Shomarka Keita. I like that. All my kids' name starts with S. So that Shomarka is there. That's beautiful. I like it.
Okay. So as I was saying to Brother Cedric, when you said condense it, the point is, when I say a main point, you'll go off on all kind of tangents of where you think I'm going. So that's why I gave you the extra bit. One sec, brother. That's why I gave you the extra bit so that you would see the leaning and you can respond to the angle at which I'm approaching it. Do you understand?
By the time you finish with all that mumbo jumbo psychobabble nonsense, it is nothing to respond to. Let's start about everything is rooted in psychology. We do the brain show, and so we understand that the exercise that we as pseudo killers entertain, we are nerds. The brain doesn't like to think. So the fact that we do this on a regular means that we do something that the brain actually that is counterintuitive, and science in itself is counterintuitive. Let's get that out of the way. You started to talk about the different concepts of God, and then you said something about atheism, and it was not really you was not grounding what you were saying, right? And your correct or incorrect way of thinking about a God is going to form the foundation for everything else. So let's bring it back. Bring it. Is there a correct? Let me ask you a question. I just said bring it back, right? So where do I want to bring it back to before you start saying so? The art of conversation. So I'm bringing it back. So when is there a correct definition of a God?
Yes, of course there is.
And what would that be?
The word itself in the original language that formed it. That's pretty obvious.
Stop. We understand that a given agency to things, deifying nature and proposing supernatural agency is something that is endemic to human beings throughout history. So, at which point in time is there an original or a one form of a God concept?
Right. So you just bobbed up there, and that's the problem when you think you know it, is that you said deification and supernatural agency. Who told you that all the concepts are supernatural? Exactly. You got that right. And that's what I was saying about your assumptions in psychology. If you focus on the mind, you have to then focus on
Can you
linguistics.
answer the question?
Well, he has to rephrase the question because the premise is wrong.
No, answer the question.
So the premise is wrong. I'm correcting him, and then he has to rewrite the question. Agency.
Deification of nature, right, is not supernatural. It's deification, though, and supernatural agency. So I mentioned both things next to each other. So your ability to understand may be compromised, but I actually mentioned all the concepts, which doesn't have to do solely with supernatural. A river can be made. You can make a river divine, or you can make a tree divine. You can make the sky divine. You can make the sun divine. These are all natural concepts, right? That is nothing supernatural about these agencies. So again, I fully understand these concepts. Now, again, you claim that there was an original concept or God name.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said in the original language, meaning whichever people got their terms. Whichever people. Hold on.
Stop.
Wait. In any language that they formed the idea of
monogenesis of human.
Wait. No.
Hey man, listen. This is what we're gonna do.
So if their God concept comes from Arabic, you look for Hebrew.
We're in the next phase. Hold on, we're in the next phase of the conversation. We're talking about God. Hit the daggone link.
Dang, how we get from God back to God, and he still hasn't made a coherent point?
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
I know it's something. That's what I'm saying. Psychology.
You'll
get it.
Now
I know it's expanding your mind. It's expanding your mind. I know. I understand. It's hard for you, and this is why you have to be open-minded and receive. So that's what we're saying, Brother Cedric. In each language, as long as it's original. So as long as the term that they use for God is from their own language, the definition and meaning is understood and rooted in their own language. So if we made up a new concept now, we don't need to get it from elsewhere.
How are you defining something as original? You can't even give us the
original. But I didn't say original. That's what I'm saying. You don't understand. You didn't. You missed it.
Original.
No, in the original language. Yes, their language. So if it's in Arabic, if they got it from Arabic, the definition is to be found in there. If they got it from Hebrew, if they got it from the ancient Egyptian language, as long as you haven't got it from another language and then redefined it, it's very simple.
You got it from all of them.
You're confused how words are used.
Oh my, bruv, I know about that. Just listen. Stop trying to teach me linguistics and the evolution of languages. I'm saying
the definition of a word. The definition of a word is how it is.
So, do we hold on for a minute? Do we actually think people can understand what we're saying at this point?
No.
Right. I think people that are listening, rather than trying to attack what I'm
yelling,
saying.
Hold on. Listen. Hold on for a minute.
Let me do this. Baboon.
Yes. What did she say? What did she say?
A bonobo.
Okay.
Great ape. A monkey.
Who, you?
Chimpanzee.
You?
Man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all calling each other.
Is that why you can't understand me? Boo boo.
Bring it down.
Bring it down. Listen. So basically,
on your mic, bro.
Listen.
Yeah.
You're trying to say. I don't even know what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to get clarity.
You know what? Unkh's actually in Ankh. Let me talk to Ankh.
What you said about God? Hold on. You try to say that God is right? No, hold on. You said God was original, right? You said
no. Ankh, just listen. Just listen.
What you say? All right, go ahead.
Ankh, listen carefully, right? I'm saying if we use words for God that have come from other language and culture. So, for instance, English has got its concept of God from another language, right? No, because you keep getting it wrong. But I'm saying if you go back to your original language and whatever those people in that language called it, that's what it means. If you go to another language, whatever they used for their concept of God, that's what it means for them in their language. So this whole idea of one concept, the original language, that's not what I'm talking about.
Over and over. Stop. That is
But you missed it.
Stop. Me disagreeing with you doesn't mean I miss anything. Now I'm going to rebut your claim. A word used in any particular language or any particular time in history, the word has only the meaning that is used in that context. You cannot now say we have a definition of a word, we use it this way, but it doesn't mean this, and we can't mean this because it comes from this language and it meant that over there. That makes no sense.
Okay, so let me educate you.
Stop. Let me finish.
You keep getting it wrong, man.
Hey, man, listen. I tell you what we're going to do. Finish it off and we're going to get up out of here. We won't get that wrong. All this God talk is woo.
All right. Anyway, as I was saying.
What you saying? What's the definition? The definition, whatever a person make it, remember?
That's it. Done.
I agree. I'm saying we have a study of etymology and philology. So
etymology doesn't work like that.
Let me finish. Etymology, theology.
You cut me off. I didn't finish. Shut up now.
You shut up, man. You're getting it wrong. You're intelligent enough for this conversation.
Wow.
God
damn. You know what, man? We don't gotta argue that, man. We actually arguing over God, yo.
Exactly. It's linguistics, brother. Linguistics. That's what it is.
God is a God of speech.
Using the language we're using because we need to refer back.
Hey, it was a great show, man. Great show, y'all. Got the organ. Had to cut some of this out, man. I can't have all this organ, man. Great show, though. Great ideas. But the pseudo gonna do their source, yo. All day. Appreciate you each for coming through, man. Surgical Taker, man. Pseudo Killer Official, Nazi Lee, my main man. Man, and my co-host Juju. Big up to the crew, man. Big up to y'all, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. We keep it cool around here. Kick door low. We can't even give Kick door low a wrench because he kick him out. From then to now, man, I see you, man. Now, really, Hebrew, we see you, man. Hey. Big up, man. Hey. Hey, East, you gonna come back, man. I know you be back, bro. Some late night shows, man. A druid drummer, man. Hey, Rock City, New York. Hey, Pseudo gonna die at the source, though. That's all the time. Man, this is Friday, man. We went through some material, man. We're gonna see what part of the show make the cut. I think we definitely gonna cut that first part out. It was just a little bit uncomfortable for me. A little bit too much there. Hey. Not attacking the music. Right there. Man, we're not attacking on individuals. We're attacking the methodology, man.
And the information.
All day, every day. Man, I'm your host, co-host Juju, good Juju, bad Juju. Appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Hey, and with that,